Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you happen to be in the world. Welcome to tradertv.live. After their first weekly decline since back in May, or double 2 weeks in a row to the downside since May, North American markets looking to rebound this morning. Futures back in positive territory for the first time in a few days. So we'll see if these gains hold. Nice gains so far, led by tech shares once again, which is good to see. Overall, the S&P was down about 2.5% last week. It's the broader market index's worst week since back in June 26th to be exact. Oracle shares trading sharply higher this morning. We'll have a look at Oracle. We'll have a look at Microsoft coming up. TikTok owner ByteDance has rejected Microsoft's bid for the company and looks to have chosen Oracle as TikTok's US-based technology partner. They're calling it a partnership, not necessarily an outright sale. We'll talk about that. Oracle shares up nicely on that news as expected this morning. Another deal making, Gilead shares trading higher as well. They struck a $21 billion deal to acquire Immunomedics to expand their cancer treatment business. And Tesla shares looking to bounce back this morning as well. A number of the EV makers actively traded in the pre-market, including SPAQ, S-P-A-Q. We'll have a look at that one coming up. Lots to get to this morning. It's Monday, September 14th, 2020. TraderTV.live starts now. At Asian markets from the overnight session, you can see nicely positive for the most part right across the board here. India, the only one lagging a little in negative territory there. Let's go over to Europe and see how things are shaping up so far. A bit of a mixed session so far. You can see the Swiss market in negative territory, everything else positive. We'll shift over to North America now and see how things are shaping up. Yeah, look at that. NASDAQ leading the way here, 1.3% to the upside for U.S. markets. The Dow and the S&P both higher as well. TSX futures here in Toronto up about 0.6%. Brazil's higher. Bitcoin to the upside today. We have crude lower, down by about 1%, and gold in positive territory to start the new week. Hey guys, good morning. It is Monday, a deal-making Monday, to say the least. Lots to talk about on the deal front today.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you mentioned, of course, about Oracle and the partnership and winning out with Microsoft over Microsoft there, but I almost think that NVIDIA deal is just a gigantic deal with ARM. I'm sure there's going to be some regulatory sort of loop or hoops to jump through, I suppose they would say, but that is absolutely massive. You will find their technology in just about every single smartphone that there is. So a big time boon there for NVIDIA, and then you get some deal making from Gilead as well. So it could be one of those mornings. Of course, we'll be tracking the EV space. Nikola is going to be under a little bit of pressure again. They did have that bit of a response to Hindenburg's report. So we will be actively trading those and Tesla. And I promise you, Sean and I aren't actually wearing the same shirt today. I know it kind of looks like it. They're a little bit different, but I'm just happy we kicked butt in our survivor pool there, Sean. So already a good start to the week.
Yeah, brother from another mother, as they say. But Neil and I both got the memo. Brendan did not today. It's checkered shirt day today, but Survivor going good. I hope all of you had a good NFL week. I had a pretty good one there yesterday. I made a lot of money on your Buffalo Bills yesterday, so that was a good cover of 6.5. I thought that was pretty low. But we're going to cover today, speaking about covering, we're going to be covering Microsoft, like you just mentioned there, Brendan. Nikola, big one. Yeah, here's Microsoft. Actually down today, despite the market being up, so we'll talk about why that is and what the fallouts from TikTok are. I bought more shares around 210 on the TikTok news, so now that you're down to 203, 204, you're going to probably have a lot of people in similar boats that I am in looking to sell some of this stock. So we'll talk about that today. Oracle, big win for them. Nikola continues to be under pressure despite coming back with a few answers to that Hindenburg report, Brendan.
Yeah, more response from Nikola this morning when it comes to that Hindenburg report last week. We'll talk about that coming up. Lots to get to this morning, guys. Here's a look at what's coming up a little bit later in the show. We have another great video for you all about this guy. Yeah, we're going to talk about my backstory today. We started last week with Neil's backstory, where we came from, how we got here, how we got into trading. Everyone in this business, it's very interesting, has a very, very different story when it comes to how they started trading. So that'll be a little bit on me and how I got to get into the markets and trading in general. So stay tuned for that coming up about 11:45, 11:50. Valeria will have that link in the chat for you. Speaking of Miss V, it is a Monday, and Valeria is with us. Good morning.
Good morning, Brandon, and happy Monday, everyone. I wish you a great day today, and please be supportive, share the link with this channel, and smash the like button. Back to you, Brandon.
Okay, yeah, let's get going here, guys. Lots to touch on throughout the next half an hour. If you haven't done so already, if you're joining us for the first time, guys, sign up for the watch list. We go over all the stocks that are moving around in the pre-market between 9 a.m. and 9:30. It's absolutely free to you. All you have to do is enter your email address. Valeria will help you out with that. If you need the link for that, she will have it in the chat for you. Enter your email address. We'll send you the watch list every single morning before we come on at 9 o'clock. Let's jump into that watch list right now. Microsoft, the first one we're going to touch on. Yeah, losing out in this TikTok deal, it would appear. I think it's worth saying here to start, guys, none of this is concrete yet. There's supposed to be an announcement coming up sometime either today or tomorrow from ByteDance to make this official, but it looks like they've rejected Microsoft's bid for the company and have gone with Oracle in a partnership agreement for the technology side. So what that exactly means is still yet to be seen. But Microsoft, Sean, as you said, a little bit lower here. I was actually a little bit surprised it wasn't a bigger move to the downside. Not very actively traded this morning either.
No, yeah, 400,000 shares, not overly active here on Microsoft, but yeah, they're going to be down here, and that's not typical when you come in with the NASDAQ up 1.3% today. So yeah, look, it looks like, and like Brendan mentioned again, there hasn't been anything official from ByteDance yet. Or even Microsoft or even Oracle about what's going to happen with this deal. But Microsoft was supposed to be tied possibly with Walmart on a TikTok acquisition and or buying of the data, things like that. So we're going to wait to see on that. But I don't think it's going to be good news for Microsoft. Obviously, a report came out late yesterday stating exactly what we just talked about. So I wrote down here on Microsoft on my other charting, 201 obviously has a nice little level there. We got as low as 201.25 on Friday, so we definitely like that level as a support. We're going to support 200 no matter what. So for me, this is a good spot to go long, and I just don't know if it breaks through 200 on this news. I mean, TikTok was never supposed to be sold, and Microsoft was flying before this TikTok news. So I think it would have been a great feather in the cap. Microsoft is down about, I don't know, 15% from its all-time high. We'll call up the daily chart here. So up to here to 230. This is kind of when the TikTok news started. Like I said, 211, 210. We were buying that in mid-August. Goes up to 230, comes back down. So now we're hovering, man. The 50 period is at 211. I think Microsoft's a buy from here. I think it's a little bit too far down, but it does depend on what you think of the NASDAQ in whole.
Even past that 201, 200 area there, Sean, 197. Every single time it wicked through before, there were 197 bottoms multiple times going back into the middle of the summer here. So even if the level break happens at that 200, I think you might have a tiny little bit of support or bounce back potential, a couple of dollars down. It sort of feels like to me, if we're down 0.5% here, I don't know that this story, at least them not getting the deal, is too big of a thing. I think it's more about the tech pullback, if anything, as opposed to this.
All right, guys, let's go on to the other side of the story here. Oracle, higher, but I just noticed we're actually right to basically pre-market lows here once again for Oracle shares. It was the Wall Street Journal, CNN, and NBC all reporting on Sunday that ByteDance is set to choose Oracle as their technology partner. Whatever that means. Again, we'll have to wait and see as far as the details of this agreement. It's also said that Oracle will end up with what they're calling a significant stake in TikTok when this deal gets done as well. So nice look to the upside here, guys, for Oracle.
Yeah, Larry Ellison, the deal maker. This is the reputation. If he's involved, it usually gets done. We're obviously going to see because there's still some things that have to happen. You talked about that pre-market bottom. Not a ton of significance to this level that I'm watching here. If you go back to the daily, I think support to me would have been down around like 59.30 or so that I would have been watching for. Certainly, if it breaks through what you were just mentioning, Brennan, that's going to be this like 60 quarter. I think there's probably $1 downside, and then they have some support in there. It looks like a potential break could come through like 61.5, 61.66, something in that range to get you a couple of bucks towards the high. So I'll be watching Oracle. Dip buy for me wouldn't necessarily be at that 60 level. I'll be looking just a little bit lower, see if it can't turn around at that 59 quarter.
Yeah, look, I mean, Larry Ellison, you dropped his name there. Huge, one of America's richest men, and a huge Trump supporter. So he gets the deal done. No surprise there. So we'll wait to see if it is getting done on his dime. Look, 16.5, 16.25 rate here. A couple different spots. 16.25 was the high on Thursday last week. Before, of course, we busted out huge Friday morning up to $62. That's where we got to today, 63. So I'm looking at this, man. This is where we bounce. So no surprise there. Come back. It hits the high here, 16.25. Hits the high here, 16.25. Bounces a couple times. So needless to say, I'm playing off that 16.25. And then to go long, yeah, I don't know. I mean, this is a 3-minute chart here. We can break this down even more. VWAP on a 3-minute about 61.5. So that could be a spot here. Or you could go long through 61.60. But I'm going to play it the same way I always do lately. And that is, we'll see if we can get a pullback into this area and then see about defending 60. And then if it breaks through 60, then after that, I don't know. I mean, look what happened when we broke 59. We kept playing off 59. It was a beautiful trade on Friday off 59 a couple times. But look what happens when it finally broke. You know, you head to the south side there. So let's watch Oracle 16.25 or so. Oh, move over here. Or then 61.50 on a break of VWAP.
All right, guys, let's go to Tesla. We'll jump over to the EV space next and talk about Tesla first. I was reading this morning, kind of surprised by this, but 25% down just in September. So in the month of September, stock is down 25%, up about 2% this morning. So looking to maybe bounce a little bit here. There's really no news catalyst. We talked last week about the Shanghai-made Model 3s being expanded as far as the sales go into other Asian markets, and also the company's looking to expand that into Europe. So sending those Model 3s over to the European market. So nice look here, guys, for Tesla. Some of the other names in this space also higher. It's worth mentioning on the morning.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, let's talk about a couple of things here. You mentioned 25% down. Tesla made a bottom here at about 330 on the 8th, and I think since then it's showing a little bit of, I don't want to say sideways action, but the last couple of sessions, 360 has been a good level that has held up rather nicely. But I'm also watching this like 387 area. If we break that one, and that's going to be Friday's top, not the pre-market high. If we can break that level, I think you get another test of that 400. We talked about this last week when we approached 400. That breakout there, much like 2020 sort of stopped it out a little bit. So you do watch out for 404, 405 on a 400 break, but a 387 break might get you towards that 400 for maybe like a $5, $10 type scalp win. So still going to have to watch out to see if 400 is going to hold. It's a big psychological level, but 387 is on my watch. If we do fall far enough, I mean, 360 looks like it was a solid support before. We could look to defend that.
Yeah, I wrote down 361.25 or so there on a drop. And look, I saw someone in the chat there talk about battery day, and yeah, look, battery day is going to need to come ASAP. I know I look tired here, people are saying, but I think I didn't put enough makeup on. That might be the case, and we did just have a light problem. But yeah, it was a busy week. No weekend, no benders, guys, no benders, but still kids and everything going on. So yeah, busy weekend, but we're okay. We have lots of energy, and we're ready to rock and roll. 378 right now. Why did I like 378? Was sort of little bit of a breakout spot right down here as well. We bounced off 378 here this morning. Now we're looking at 382 as a high. Look, 386 Tesla's just one of those stocks, guys. We're going to have to trade momentum. We can go over levels and levels and levels, but the main one here is down here at 360. If we can get down into this area, this is sort of where you want to load it up, 365 to 360, make some moves down here. You do have a 376, 378 bottom that we've talked about when you break the chart out a little bit. It was the high back on Friday, so we'll look to see if it wants to hold that. But battery day, September 22nd, mark that day, and September 29th, which is the day of the first presidential debate. So that means September 30th, I expect also to be a big day. So battery day, September 22nd for Tesla, guys.
Let's talk about NVIDIA here, guys. Wow, what a move. I'm just watching this thing. 7.6% now on the morning. A lot of analysts put a 525 price target on this thing this morning, and it's, hey, we're there already. NVIDIA, yeah, the largest deal in the chip space ever $40 billion deal picking up ARM from Japan's SoftBank, the UK-based chipmaker ARM over in Britain. From Japan SoftBank, yeah, $40 billion deal, $21.5 billion up in shares, and then $12 billion up front, including $2 billion upon signing of the agreement. So multiple upgrades on this stock, as I mentioned already, guys. A lot of them had a $525 price target, but like I said, we're there already.
Yeah, I mean, a couple of dollars away, you're already seeing a ramp up. Last week's high, this was what I was sort of watching already, this 522, 60 area. That just got broken like minutes ago. I think that part of the story is going to be, like I mentioned off the beginning there, regulatory issues, antitrust type of issues. This is going to be, it's such a large deal, and ARM is a monster, and they're everywhere. I think that's going to be the real case here, and what do various governments think about this deal. So maybe this gets drawn out a little bit, but either way, it's a big win for NVIDIA. There was a level past this 25. If you just go into last week, you had a top here at 27, and then some chop from there to about 32. So I would watch out. The next like $5-10 here does run into some chop area. If there's any kind of a pullback, I like first about 505, this area down here. 505. Friday's top also happened to be a nice little floor a couple of days ago in the afternoon. So I like 505 on a pullback if we can catch it, but there's some serious chop till you get to about like 533.
Yeah, look, if it goes back to 505, I think we got obviously some problems with that deal, like Neil mentioned there. So, yeah, look, I mean, 512 is the bottom today, but we'll see. NVIDIA, obviously a monster. We've traded that. We've taken huge winners on this as well, but there's that 505 top. This is a 1 minute chart. Not much to talk about. It's already, I mean, its high of all time is around 590, 580. So there still is room to go. NVIDIA continues to lead the way. We can check in. Neil just went over some levels, so let's go over to AMD quickly here. Not up nearly as much. Obviously, with the NASDAQ making moves upside, AMD, we identified that last week as being a weak target. So we'll wait to see if we can fade any sort of AMD move up on NVIDIA strength. Let's fade AMD. So it's kind of like pin action the other way. Good news for NVIDIA. Looks like it's going to be bad news for AMD. So let's play AMD to the short side. If we get anything near 77 or so on AMD, that'll be a short for this guy.
You can see it in the notes, guys. If you have the watch list, you can see it in the notes. But fun fact, ARM is one of Apple's major suppliers. So NVIDIA getting into that game as well with this deal. Let's go to Micron. We'll stay in this group, guys. We'll talk about Micron here getting an upgrade from Goldman Sachs this morning from neutral to buy, but they did maintain their price target at $58 here. But nice look for MU this morning here as well.
Yeah, just sort of worth saying in the space, Intel also down 1% for anyone that's tracking that name. Micron right up here, just looking at a 15, 48.20. That's sort of a big love lift because at the beginning of the month, hard turnaround at that price. We're testing that one right off of the open just to show you how good it looks on the daily chart there. Sort of a similar look. So my first thought here, if we're going to play bullish potentially in NVIDIA, is a rollover at this price, right at that 48.20, failed break here, maybe can't get past 25.30. That could be a nice little selling point. So I will look on the way back in to try to take out like a 47.95, this little area here around 48. And then if it comes right, hopefully we'll catch it right off the morning, right off of the open at 9:30, and then you can give it to that high a day. But if it breaks out through this price and gets to 50, that bet would be off.
Yeah, for Micron, I put down $47, which is all the way down here to see what happens. This is up too big, in my opinion, just on an upgrade. But Goldman can obviously do this to stocks. We've seen this before, 46 and change. The interesting thing is, and obviously we just talked about it as well, but the daily chart here, Micron, considering the space they're in and considering what NASDAQ has been doing lately, this is not up nearly as much as the others. So we'll have to see what's going on with Micron, to be honest with you. I think it was just an upgrade based on its lack of performance and the fact that it needs to start catching up. So Micron right here at 48.21. Oh, look, 48.21-ish. Maybe even exactly, I don't know, what is that? Maybe 48 is the 50 period simple moving average on a daily chart. So we are now above that. So we can turn bullish if you are swing trading this name. I like it when it gets above that number, which just means 48 is even more significant on the downside because it would crack the 50 period going the other way. So I'm happy buying Micron up here, and I think it's a good little look. We'll wait to see. You can even buy this now and use 48 as a bottom and take your 20-cent risk.
Let's go to more deal-making news here this morning. The other big deal, Gilead picking up Immunomedics for $21 billion or $88 in cash. Mentioned it briefly there at the top. This is to expand their work in the cancer treatment space with Immunomedics drug Trodelvy, which is a very popular drug to treat tumors, guys. So another big deal on a Monday.
Yeah, I think a couple of things worth remembering here, guys. It's not going to be a ridiculously volatile name. It is $88, so it might move around a little bit. When you see up 100%, there's no potential breakouts. The only way it's going through this like 87.35 pre-market top is if there's some kind of a short squeeze. I think even sort of fading it, and I'll probably be actively shorting it between 87 and 87.25 if we get any chance there, guys. But it is sort of worth noting, Gilead here, not uncommon that you will see trading down the acquirer in a cash deal. So, Gilead's been under pressure. Usually I'm looking to pick a bottom on a move like this when the acquirer is moving to the downside and being sold off. It just so happens Gilead here in the daily chart, about $1 away, 83 cents away from a 63.50 bottom. So if it tests this bottom, see if we can't pick some up and defend that. So that's usually the play that I would look for from the acquirer. Don't expect too much movement on IMMU.
We don't bring up our Twitter accounts much. I just want to tell you guys that we do have, I did post this up. It's about size on the level 2. It's just been getting a lot of love, a lot of retweets, and a lot of comments. And it's just, I pinned it so you can go there real quick. We have lots of stocks to talk about, but I just want to talk about this one as it's an educational piece. And I know a lot of you like that, that kind of talk. So we do have that up at Trader TV. Sean, Neil, and Brendan. It's up on mine, but all of us, Twitter and going forward with that. You just talked about Immunotech. We did want to talk. I just want to bring up Oracle quickly. We didn't show the imbalance locator yet today, and you can see here for Oracle, 915,000 shares to buy, creating just, this is a 3-minute chart, a little bit of a spike up here in Oracle right now. Pfizer has a big day ahead of itself today as well, so Pfizer's on look. There's SPAC. We will get to that in a minute, so let's go back to Brendan.
Let's do that right now, guys. I want to make sure we get to SPAC and Nicola as well before we go to Arun. This appears to just be a rumor, as far as I'm concerned anyways. I didn't see anything concrete, but it looks like SPAC is trading higher on rumors that there may be a deal with Apple as far as a partnership for autonomous vehicle software. So this is on the software side for their cars. But that's all I saw in the way of catalysts this morning for Spartan Energy, guys.
I mean, that would probably do it. Look,
I own the stock on Fisker News, but I mean, this is fine.
Yeah, this is a different beast here. I mean, the only thing I can look at is there was some sort of resistance. Went parabolic through 17 when this deal was announced back in July 8th, coming back heavily. But if you look at the actual closes on that 2-day run, right here at 1670, I think we're below that right now. So that could turn into some kind of a level. I know we ticked above it. So I'm going to look at that 1690 and think about fading this one. If it's just a rumor and we have no confirmation, I don't want to be holding it if it breaks 17 or the pre-market top. But I will take a shot at fading this one. The risk reward looks pretty good here on SPAC. So with any luck, it'll ramp up in the next couple of minutes and maybe give me something close to that 1670. So I'm not paying all the way down at current prices. But I would not be holding any short, at least for me, above that 1690-17 area on SPAC.
No, you got to punch it hard here if it goes through. So 1690 right now, just in case there is some news. Look, everyone obviously very super excited, and anything to do with Apple. You talked about ARM as well, NVIDIA going in. So look, if that's going to be the case, I agree with Brendan though. It doesn't. I don't know, it seems a little fishy. I don't know why Apple would need to do anything with any sort of a company. But here we go. I did want to say thank you to our newest member just joining up right now, Andy Singh. Thank you so much for that. We always give shout outs to anybody that's just recently joined us here. A lot of interesting comments coming through. And look, that's why, man, it's Monday and there's a lot to trade. So a lot to go through. Let's get a little quick look at some of the futures here, I guess, with Arun. Let's throw it back over to Brendan when we're ready.
Before we do that, guys, do we want to have a look at Nicola here? I think it's worth having a look. We're basically right back, still down on the day, but 4% to the downside. Big time levels coming into play here on Nicola, guys, as far as the all-time lows. 29 that 29 area came into play early on this morning. They responded again to the Hindenburg report from last week, naming dozens of inaccuracies in this report that obviously came out just days after GM took a huge stake in Nicola. So worth having a look at Nicola here, I think, guys.
Yeah, fresh lows now. I mean, there was that 29.30 area that we talked about all last week, and pre-market bottom here. You know, you're going to see 28 hold a little bit. You're going to see some trading on light volume at 27 before getting a bit of a bounce when real trading actually started at 7. So if you actually take that time at 7, the low here kind of more like a 28.50 if you look at where the volume has come in. Those are all levels I'm going to be watching. The original 30 level, 28.50 is the other one to the downside we'll have to pay attention to. It's going to get to the point where you might start seeing some short squeezes on Nikola. I guess we're probably already there. In that event, you can sort of look at this 32.40 area to maybe squeeze some people up. My first looks will be short 30 and then through 28.50 as well.
Yeah, no, Nikola. Yeah, I mean, all-time low probably, talked about. I mean, its all-time low is lower, but since we've been talking about Nikola as a physical company, yeah, like 28, 29, that could come into play. Look, whether or not some of those reports are true or whatever they are, Nikola didn't really come strong with a response as far as I could see. So we'll have to wait to see. Look, Nikola's either going to be put up or shut up. I mean, it's going to come a time where that Badger's going to have to get on the road and they're going to have to start, road showing it. Taking it around, trying to build some excitement with it and actually proving some of the technology. So let's just wait to see. It's like a hydrogen based battery, which would be really super cool. The technology's there. I do like the stock. I did not buy more on Friday, so we'll wait to see. This may be a good spot to buy some more now, but it could also be a spot where you're getting trapped here if this stock is not what it's all sort of meant to be here. Electric vehicles so super hot. Nikola, don't buy this thing hand over fist in any kind of account. Wait to let this thing settle down. I'd much rather pay $10 higher when I know they physically have something than take a gamble right here.
All right, guys, let's go to the market here, and we'll have a look at the futures. We'll bring in Arun and see what levels he's looking at for a Monday. Worth noting, I saw this morning, Arun, there's a little bit elevated volume. So as far as the actual trading in the pre-market here, we're higher than we've been over the past week, which is good to see once again.
Yeah, I mean, we're higher, but here's the thing. It's the first day of, I guess, the December contract taking on its full volume. In terms of pre-market volume, I want to see what happens after the market opens and actually trades its full volume. So the only level I'll carry forward from Friday is 3,300. Another thing to take into account, though, it's also Fed week with Wednesday on the Fed coming out on Wednesday. So that means usually the typical pattern going into that Wednesday, it tends to be quiet after the open. So is that pattern going to hold? We'll find out. But for me, a lot of going into Wednesday is going to be a lot of patience here. Unless I see an explosion in volume in pre-market tomorrow. Right now, it doesn't seem to be a whole lot. So it's going to be after the open. We'll see what comes in, settles in. Tomorrow, is there going to be a lot of volume? I'm not expecting a whole lot. But again, Wednesday is the big day. So leading up to that, it tends to be quieter. But of course, I'd love to be pleasantly surprised. I'll run in with 3,300 on the downside. Of course, 33.35 going into 3,300. I'll look for some longs if it's there with the proper setup. Of course, I have no reason to rush into anything at the moment. The volume just needs to really pick up for me. With this new contract now taking all of its volume, I'm just waiting for it to really pick up in terms of activity. But I also know that given Wednesday is kind of just around the corner, more patience than anything right now, Brendan.
Stuff. Thanks so much, Arun. Yeah, good point. Coming up Wednesday, we'll, I'm sure, be talking about that. Real quick, guys, a couple of minutes to go here. Cassava Sciences up on positive data from their Alzheimer's trial, mid-stage trial that came back very positive. So, yeah, 112% on the day. It's been significantly higher. This thing's already come off $1.50, or actually $2 at this point now. We're back to $7. But two things to be aware of. $9 is this level up here. There's a little support around this $7.50 if you go to the daily time frame. So working out of some through $7.50 down to $7, guys. But big mover today, Cassava Sciences.
Monster mover there, Cassava. So, of course, we're going to be tracking that chip space. That's going to be front and center for just about everybody. But, we talked about the deals here. Oracle holding that 60 level so far. We haven't had a breakthrough there. I'm looking at that and that 59 area on this name. With just under a minute to go here, guys, I do want to make sure we're tracking back in to Tesla as well. I'm watching, and someone asked in the chat there, I am looking at Friday's top. So you look at the pre-market high. I'm looking at this Friday top here, 387 or so. I think that's going to be the first level I'll be watching, at least to the upside anyways. 360 is going to be that obvious support. I don't think necessarily it's a slam dunk that we get there, but I'd look to see if we can't defend it on the event that we do. So Tesla, we're going to be talking about NVIDIA heavily today. Sean mentioning AMD, watch for that one southbound. And a good look on Sava. I'm looking to see if I can't get another pop there. And watch out for Vaxart. Vaxart holding right at the pre-market high at 650. I might try a second short in and around that price. It's a fantastic Monday. Should be a lot of activity here, I believe. Valeria is going to be on the bell in just a couple of seconds here on Checkered Shirt Monday. Let's drop the countdown right now. First look for me is probably going to end up being this Vaxart, which is rolling over as we speak.
Yeah, we're going to look at Oracle as well, down to 60 and change, see what they want to do in AMD. I'm going to take a break through 77, so we're going to watch that. I know I talked about short, but let's just watch and see what AMD wants to do, as well as ORCL upon open. Into nothing yet, looking to pick up some Microsoft on the cheap if we can, and then watching out for Oracle here, breaking through 60 and a quarter to the downside, guys.
Yeah, Oracle trying to break through, but just watching immediately Tesla. First thing to the downside. So forget about that 387. If we break that low, that 378, I think maybe we have a shot to run down. But I'm going to try to be patient with this one here. I don't want to jump in too early on Tesla. We've got some levels on the outside that we're going to be watching. Here comes Sava back down. I know Brendan had mentioned 750. It's blown through that and blown through 7 even as well. So I'm going to see if we can't pick anything up in front of that 750. Previous support can turn into resistance. We've seen it happen before.
And Oracle's not really doing anything, so we're going to wait to see if it does take that off. It's open right now on the New York Stock Exchange, so right now Oracle not doing much. I did like the 6150 here as a breaking spot to go long, but it doesn't look like the market likes that, so we're going to stay away from that. Here comes to the downside right now. Watch out. Here we go. We may get into this. If it does break the bottom, let's go short here, and then if I can get it, we'll look at 61 maybe there for an out, as that's kind of where we reversed out and stopped there. So if we get this Oracle short, we'll look for a 61 out on the upside for damage control. What's up, B?
Instant volume alert there, guys, on SPAC right at the open. Obviously, big time print. We saw it on the imbalance locator there, 1675. This level from the daily chart about to come into play, guys.
Okay, so now we're short, guys. We're short right now, Oracle, and we're long AMD. So let's just see if any of these can work out for us. Long AMD right now at 77.20, so that's a good trade. And then short right now, Oracle, and in not a bit of trouble, but we are short right now at $60.20 on Oracle, guys.
Yeah, and here comes Sava to that 750. I've taken a couple of shots, quick little scalp on it, but I got my eyes on this little possible rollover on SPAC. I said 1670 was the area. I tried to get into a short on a pop. It just barely got like a couple of pennies away from my entry point. I might have to chase this one down to that 650, see if we can't pick something up. But this is the rollover that we wanted. Here it is. I mean, sometimes you just got to take it on the way up instead of the way down. It tests right to 1670. That was the price that we liked and turned right around to the downside. So got to get over to NVIDIA, guys. NVIDIA, big time move.
Yeah, big monster winner right now. We may look tired, but we ain't trading tired right now. Big win on AMD, guys. We take 77 long. Bang that to the upside. Big monster win there. Monster win on Oracle now. You guys know where we're short. $60.20. This is 50 plus cents now in the money. Let's take some out on that bid right here. And we'll get some AMD out. It looks like it's stopping at 60. So back to back, 50-cent jacks right here. Let's go.
Yeah, sorry. Also moving to the upside, AMD, but NVIDIA just blew through that 27 mark. I was able to pick some up at 26.60. I've already taken a quick buck out of it as it rolls over to that 530 to 533 area that I said could possibly be some chop. So it might end up being a scalp into those prices. Pull back maybe down to 25 if it can hold it. Might be another entry point there. So quick little scalp trade in NVIDIA. We talked about that one long to AMD short. That could be the story today.
Yeah, but right now AMD long is just crushing it. We just make a decent little, I don't know, scalp there, I guess. But we're going long on that one. Good win there. Oracle does come back, though. Oh, Oracle halted now. Okay, Oracle. Here we go. So Oracle right now halted. Beautiful so far. We are short at $60.20. Don't know if this is going to be good news or not because you don't want them to halt and then announce it. But we're stuck in the position, so we'll wait for that. We've already crushed it so far today. We're short Oracle 60.20, and you can see where we're in on this one. So we'll tweet that out. But Oracle right now, Brendan, give some news to us, bud.
News pending, guys, yes. On Oracle. News pending. You can see that's a reason for the halt here. Obviously not tremendously volatile off the open. So, yeah, news pending on Oracle.
Okay, good. Yeah, big time trade there on Oracle. Too bad it's halted because, now we're not showing the big monster win that we did have. But check this out, guys. We shorted 60.25 there and just cashing it out right now, 80, 90 cents on that upside. But you know what else is moving upside right now is AMD, baby. The high is 80. Let's see if it can take that out one more time. It keeps bouncing off 60, so we just got some out again.
Yeah, and watch out here. Sava loaded up some shares in front of that 750. Just got out at 770, so big win on Cassava Sciences. There might be another opportunity a little bit lower, but as much as that was a win, we'll flush ourselves down the toilet for NVIDIA. The bounce play took a scalp on some of it. It just broke 22s to the downside, so we'll take a hit on the second half. But Sava, I'm going to look to take the short every chance I can. 750 area looks pretty good. Next level down would be if it's 625, possible support down at that price, guys. I can give you one more here. I did get into SPAC. Talked about this one in front of 670. Didn't get it the first time. Just caught it the second time through here, but had to chase it all the way down to 47. So not quite the perfect price that we're looking for. Still in the money anyways, coming to the downside on SPAC. But also watch out, VXRT looks like it has finally turned back around to the south side after breaking 650. SPAC shorts looking for re-entry as well in Cassava Sciences.
Yeah, and good thing this is why we're here for you. We've already cashed out. We're holding very, very small. That last 10% of AMD, big time trading happening there. We get some out at VWAP, and then now it breaks to the downside. This is AMD here. So we're out of AMD. Now we'll just wait on Oracle and see what kind of money we can hopefully take out of that one. We did identify that AMD was going to be a weak stock today, and we just took the momentum upside off the open, took that out. Now it's faded right back in. We should have noticed at 77.60 that there was a repeat seller there, an iceberg order, and we should have got short. But unfortunately, we leave that last 10% and get out of that one. But yeah, man, it's a big catapult win to start the day there on AT&T. No, on AMD.
Yeah, there you go.
AT&T just popped up. I don't know why, but we'll see.
You never know. But look, I'm going to watch this Sava. I don't know if we're going to get that reload entry, so it might be a break here at 650 into that 6/4 next support. I just want to stay on the short train on this name. A little bit later than I think Brendan's entry at least, but that guy always beats me in price, so I can't hate too much on that. Sava continues to roll downside, but I do want to make sure we get back over to Nicola before we get back to Brendan. Nicola holding 30 even, at least for now. That's where my order is going to be. Still going to break short when Nicola breaks 30. Brendan, what do you got?
A little bit of gainer here. SGMS, Scientific Gaming, 36% to the upside today. Just broke 26 there at the open on a decent volume spike. Recent highs for this one. Looks like they sold a portion of the company, 34.9%, to a company called Caledonia. So yeah, this is a gaming company, online tech and gaming company. SGMS moving, guys.
Okay, I like this call on Nicola here. We'll wait to see if it does want to break through. If it does want to break through $30 right now. I was waiting for 29. We will take the hammer out if 29 comes through. But for now, we'll take a little small, not a hammer, I guess maybe a little screwdriver with a blunted end. We'll take that out at $30 and see if we can run this thing down to 29.60, 29.70 or so. We'll use this bottom of 30.50. Only a 50-cent hold here, trying to make that on a quick little scalp. So we got that. We still have Oracle, and the other stock we're waiting for, obviously, is Microsoft. And check out this. I have a little bit of a theory here. We're going to go long through Microsoft at 206.50. Maybe the news is something that Oracle is no longer part of this. I don't know. And if so, I think that could send Microsoft to the moon here. But I do see some more Oracle news popping through. So anything, Brendan?
Nothing yet, guys. I'll let you know as soon as I see a headline come through. But another SPAC here, DPHC, very, very active last week. Huge move over the past couple of weeks. From 14 up to 28, we tagged there in the pre-market. Finally, the first day, it's looking a little bit weak. Just came off pretty hard, back to 26 here for Diamond Peak, guys.
Yeah, and there goes Nicola through 30 even, so pressure is still on for them. Got 97s here in the short side. You know, you can do that whole quick little scalp the first third. Looking for levels to the downside. We did talk about 29.50. That's going to be the first leg. We'll take some out. 29 even, 28.50 on volume was the pre-market bottom. But once again, selling in Nicola is going to work out in the short term here, guys, so we'll watch out for some more downside action. I did reload in Sava. I want to pick up some more shares. I got a 650 short in the money on that. And SPAC, still working to the downside as well.
Neil, we are just crushing this right here, man. We just crushed Nikola there. We shorted it through $30, like we said, and bang, nice little win there. B, let's go.
Micron, guys, straight from the watch list. Grab the watch list if you have not already. What an opportunity this was. 48.20 pre-market high there. We're at 49.20 now on MU, straight higher.
And go gadget Nikola right now. I have 96, Neil has 97. But yeah, we are getting out of this one as it falls back in. It is in our target zone right now. I mean, I said maybe we'd get out near here, 60, 65. So we listened to our own rules and get out. And now we see this down into the 40s. So we are out of 2/3 of our position on Nikola right now. Not letting what happened to AMD happen to us again, where we didn't take everything out at the top. So we're going to get some out right now and then hammer it through 29. But once again, you know, hogs get slaughtered, so let's take out some profit. Big win on Nikola.
Yeah, I'm looking at maybe even through 30 for a reload. Like 30, 40 could be a place to get back into Nikola. If we're probably not going to be done short in this one by any stretch of the imagination here. I did want to track back to one name. We don't know that we had a chance to talk about GameStop here. They're up 10%, but starting to come back in. I didn't see anything news-wise, which is why it could be a short for me in front of that 7 top. So we're consolidating at pre-market lows. I will take a shot short in this one if it rolls over 675 or so. Use the high of the day, 7 even, as my out. GameStop up. I can't see any solid reason why not to short this one, even if you go to the higher time frame, guys. There was a bit of a level here at 690.
Okay, we're going to try Microsoft, and then just very, very quickly here, if it goes back, oops. Did I just put that order out? I don't know. I should have got long there, Microsoft, but I didn't, so we'll wait. We're going to try to play off 205.50. I thought we just got long there in the 80s, so my bid must still be pending, which it is, 83s. Okay. So we thought we got long, but we missed. So 205.80, we'll give that back down here to 205.50. Sometimes taking out the top obviously can be great, but we don't want to fall down here and miss it by hitting and then paying the ultimate price. So let's just wait and see if we get some 205.80s. I'm still taking out the top here. If NASDAQ goes, which the ES right now is going, so is the NASDAQ. So you're probably going to get a Microsoft bump here. I just hope it's not. I hope there's some follow through. Let's put it that way. If there is not, man, 205 and change will have to be our out. But right now, Microsoft ripping to see if we can break through 205.50 right now. That should be a good one. And we're basically out, like I said, of Nikola holding less. Now we're holding 5% of what we have left, waiting for 29 even to break, guys.
Yeah, just watching Gilead here. Forget about it didn't do the bounce buy for me off the bottom, which is what I look for an acquiring company there, acquiring IMMU in that cash deal. It is testing towards the top. I'm going to now sort of get rid of this order. Don't need it down at 63.70. Let's watch this 64.20 area. If it does come back down, I think it's going to be worth the defense. You do sometimes see that acquirer get sold off, and I look for chances to pick them up. Brendan, what do you got for us?
Market's starting to go here a little bit, guys. 1 week, though, one that is weak. NNOX, NanoX Imaging. We talked about this one a couple of days last week. They signed a deal in the chip department or chip sector for some 3D printing work. So NanoX Imaging down 13% today. Very, very strong on the daily time frame. No additional news today, but kind of looking like a first red day sort of chart here for NNOX, guys.
Okay, here comes Nikola, guys. We're big, big, big. Let's just get out right now and watch it break through 8. Bang! Dollar win right there on Nikola. And a nice win on Microsoft as well, as that is now 16, 17, 18 cents now in the money going upside. We talked about 206.50. A nice little out there, you know, all the way up, just scalping it as we go. So big time win there on Microsoft. And Nikola, I just talked about where we got out there, 29.08 for a 90-cent chicken dinner winner. And there goes Microsoft, now 30 plus cents into the money as the NASDAQ keeps taking out highs.
Yeah, that keeps going up. I got my Nikola holding through, and if it breaks 29, I want to have some shares still on board for that break. Peloton, name from last week's price action, falling down 4% today, just broke through 80 before snapping right back up. So let's see if we can't hold 81, this little level to the downside here. If it holds and rolls over again, I'll take a shot shorting it. Sort of worth noting, there was 78 with previous support. It breaks through there. Could be some further floodgates to open up on Peloton, but first look, hopefully 81 can hold. Even this 81.50, I think you got to give it like 50 cents or so. So I'm going to look to short Peloton here. Under pressure again this morning. Brennan, what do you got, buddy?
Straight back higher, guys, for Gilead. We talked about Gilead and Immunomedics in the pre-market. They're straight back to where we were on Friday. So this thing was down significantly back to 64. Nice look, though, relatively strong as far as Gilead is concerned, guys.
So far, we're 3 for 3, and it's been monster. And by 3 for 3, I mean 4 for 4. AMD, huge. Nikola, I don't need to tell you any more about that one, as right now it's going to break through 29, and we go short again now at this level. So let's see how high or how low this one wants to keep going. Boom! Another reload on Nikola, keeps going downside. So let's see what it does here, breaking through 29. We talked about wanting that. Microsoft, we're out of everything. We'll give it back here to 205.80, like we said. Let's see how far Nikola wants to go, if it wants to go any further at all.
Yeah, I gave you 28.50 was the level I looked at, and that's just simply because of volume this morning on Nikola. When it picked up, this is where it ramped up right at 7 o'clock. So like 28 to 28.50. If it gets down to that price, you can see I'm just going to take out like $1.30, $1.40 on that trade. But we got more winners on than that. Cassava Sciences. I talked about reloading on this name. It rolls over, or we took some more. I took some more shares here. Got a 660 short. The next level down was at 6 1/4. We'll once again start covering shares when we get down into that price range, guys. So another nice win I got to work out of on Cassava Sciences. And new position alert. Did get some Peloton on the pullback here. Of course, it already made a hard move to the downside, guys. Selling this retracement. If it breaks 81.50, I'll just get out of it altogether. Looking for rollover to break 80 and retest the low of the day. Just got out of some Cassava for about 25-cent win. Going to continue to rinse and repeat that short trade as often as we can, Brendan.
So first thing to look at here, guys, as far as Oracle confirmed, Mnuchin on CNBC this morning making a statement about the company. So they have confirmed a proposal submitted by ByteDance to the Treasury Department over the weekend, in which Oracle will serve as a trusted technology provider. So, so far, they have confirmed that this is actually happening, guys.
Okay, that's good. Microsoft, though, we are punching you in the face right now for another 65-cent win. The money just keeps on flowing through here today for me. So Microsoft, big win. Nikola, we did get out of some of that. Again, down here, breaking through 28. We were able to get out at 80s and then again at 75s. But I can't hold this, again, just for risk purposes. So we're basically flat now on Nikola, holding a little bit. We'll see what that pin action wants to do here, around 29.60-ish. A possible good spot for a reload. And this Oracle, we'll just wait till it gets reopened here. It's probably going to open up higher. Every time I'm stuck in a halt, it's a bad thing. All this had to do was keep on falling, and we would have been out of this. But let's just wait to see if there's any prints going off. We'll know when it gets open. My blotter will start lighting up. So good to go on that one. And it's, I don't know, whatever. They submitted a proposal. Let's see if it gets accepted.
Yeah, this that SGMS that Brendan just mentioned, starting to consolidate near its top, 28.50. Remember, it's kind of a deal action here, part of the company being purchased. So it might have a tighter range. That's why I won't necessarily hunt for any kind of strong pullback. I think it's even better if it does pull back that you can maybe load up some shares in front of 26. That's going to be my first look there. Like I said, we did get into Peloton as well on the south side trade, but I want to get us back to Nikola for a quick second here. That 28.50, nice little bounce off there. I'm looking to see if I can't get back into some shares of Nikola. I'm looking right now at about 29.50 to 29.70 for another rollover short, guys. So not necessarily done at all getting more shares of Nikola short.
Complaining to Valeria here about my hands. They're freezing. Hers are not. So I don't know. My hands seem to be freezing cold right now. So we'll still hit the keys for you. Just watching this Nikola, I do think a 29.70 could be a decent spot for this one. But again, I don't know. Wait. I just think this is so news dependent right now. What's up, Brendan?
Just saw the CS. Just having a look at CS here, guys. There was another volume alert at day highs there on NVIDIA as well. So big move back to day highs. But just going to check this CS up 4% today. A little bit thinly traded, it looks like, but coming up to day highs as well, guys.
Credit Suisse. There, CS. So yeah, maybe they're involved in some sort of a deal there. We will look at Credit Suisse and see what's going on. Nikola plus cold hand. Not good. We'll wait. Oh, Peloton, Neil, down another 4% right now. Peloton making those moves. Yeah, down to 80. So, did you say? Oh, yeah. Are you short?
I got the short in front of that 81, so I got 80.73 to the short side. I'm gonna take some out. If we can't scalp it in front of the 80, but if 80 breaks, I think maybe a retest of that bottom 79, like we mentioned, could be in place. So, Peloton was a good stock for us last week. Of course, coming through earnings. Watch out, SPAC just taking the top off. Actually, no, I didn't want it at 1690. I'm going to immediately get out. I wanted a 17 break. Let me get over to SPAC for a quick second here because I was looking at a 17 break. I was getting out of a short at 1690. I did not want it long until a 17 break just to be absolutely sure. I like those even dollars a little bit better. Just a little more confidence in that level than off of this. And of course, there it goes. So if I hold it, break my rules, I would have a better price. Either way, I'm going to take this break right here on SPAC 217. The only long I got on, Sean, shorting the money in Nikola, Peloton, and Cassava, long here in SPAC after my short did not work.
I love SPAC. Yeah,
we'll see how far this one can go. We're talking about a rumor with Apple, right? So it's not like we have anything concrete just yet. So buying a bit of the rumor here.
No, I'm loving that SPAC move up. That is for damn sure. Okay, AMD makes a move all the way back to the upside now. We got in and out there by accident on an order that we had left, so that's fine. Flat trade there. Okay, right now AMD, we're trying to protect this top. This is what we did on Friday. We were shorting this name into weakness of the NASDAQ, shorting it into strength, with this one being weak. So, look, I mean, Microsoft, wowzers. We talked about punching that in the face. What a great idea that was going long through 206.50. Hope you still have that. It's $1.25 now in the money for you on Microsoft. Real trade right there, guys. We do like that trade, and I did talk about it before. Oh, okay, we're adjusting the camera over there. I was like, oh, this is getting very shadowy. But we are making some moves. So let's look at AMD and try to fade this move back to the downside right now. We are near 77.80. This is the high. But AMD and everything, this sector is just rocking. Let's take a shot at it short, but not get married to this one, guys.
Yeah, just got trailed out of a Peloton. We'll line it up there, guys. You can miss that first move under pressure, but pick up a level for a rollover price. We did see it roll over at 81. I'm going to take a couple of 70-cent wins off of that trade. So a nice one there. I'm going to talk about GameStop in a quick second, but first, I got to get you guys back over to Cassava Sciences, which it's more rinse and repeat action for me. It rolled over at 7. I'm taking some shares out in front of this pre-market support, 620 to 640. You are seeing some buying holding up there, at least for the time being, but we still got a nice little short on. 79 was my last entry, so we're in the money about 70 pennies on this. And at this point, let's see if we can't let it run through 6 even. This is a $3 stock on Friday, so a gap fill could get pretty ugly for longs and great for us because we're short. So nice little look there. I did reload in Nikola as well, about 29.50. If it gets above 30, we'll look at taking that one off. So Sava, big winner. I did have to take a smaller win than expected on Peloton there. Only 70 cents, but still a nice little trade. Sava could get really, really nice through 6 even. Brennan, what do you got?
Worth mentioning, guys, nothing significant on Credit Suisse. It's obviously traded over in Europe, higher over in Europe today, so higher here as well. Fastly here. Nice look for Fastly, obviously involved in this TikTok, so they're a major stakeholder in TikTok. 7.5% for Fastly on decent volume, guys.
Like AMD goes, yeah, we'll look at Fastly. I like that one. I'm invested in that, low 70s. AMD here goes all the way down. We're short 73, so I put a bid at 63. It goes down, touches me, and turns around, but not that time right there, punching you in the mouth, AMD. So a nice little short there. Everything's won so far today. That's normally a jinx, so you may not want to take anything else that I have, but right now we are short 75 on AMD, so that was a nice little win. We almost touched 50 there. We almost touched 55 there. We're bidding 51, so let's see how far this one wants to come back down. We need the market to get back south side here, or else obviously AMD won't go. Nikola, I know you're holding on to that one, Neil. I'm out of the majority of this Nikola trade. I thought I had a bid to get out of this one on the high side, which I do. So we'll wait to see here. 29.66 going to be out very soon here on Nikola.
Yeah, just going to get back to one of them from our watch list, guys. Cassava Sciences. It is worth noting. I said that 625. There is a 620 area buyer on this one that just keeps on popping up here, even when it gets taken out. A few times has been defended. You see it right there. So we chew through that level. We come right back in. I said 25. It's going to end up being 20. That's splitting hairs. But again, we had a plan of action for this name. It's on our watch, guys. I'm just kind of curious. It's been a wild one so far this morning. I mean, like 9:50. It's only like 20 minutes in here. I imagine the lights are probably flying through. But guys, if you enjoy what you're seeing here, throw us a like. It'll put a smile on Valeria's face, as I know. She loves to get that action for you guys. I do have to jump back to Peloton very quickly because this 81 level that we shorted in front, I like giving this to 81.50. So if it does make another test and can't quite get through 81, I will probably jump back into it. It might hold that 80 level for a small scalp, but it's got to roll into 81, fail to get through 81.50, and there might be another shot to the short trade here. Peloton, I don't think we're done with this one yet.
And we are definitely not short or done with AMD, as this is just another monster win. It's not going to the moon, but what's going to the moon is our P&L right now. So beautiful trade here on AMD. Microsoft still 80 cents in the money, and AMD, wow, we lined up this one, man. And did we ever bowl a strike here? Big time win on AMD. So let's get ready for the first one of the day here. And it's going to be a banger for you on AMD. We put on the shares. We rocket this thing up. Oracle's still my number one stock. AMD hovering. We got to see where Oracle opens up if it takes over from AMD right now. But AMD to the number one spot today. What a great trade that was off of some of that news from, not news, but we just realized it was weak on Thursday, Friday. So any bump up, man, we took advantage. We took advantage big time on AMD. We are ready, I think, for Brendan.
No, not yet.
Okay,
I don't think so. But just noting here, Brendan talked about Fastly, and I think we got to get to this one at some point today. It is right now holding some consolidation around 82 after whipsaw action all morning long, guys. So it's been a little bit crazy with this. Whoa, I got to get you to Sava in a quick second. We just got some shares out for over a 70-cent win as that just ticked down to 609. But I'm watching Fastly start to pull back in. 81.50 or so looks like a level that if it can't hold, there might be a shorting opportunity into those pre-market bottoms. Fastly's been under pressure, had a nice level at 75, which is no longer in play, but it looks like there could be a sell if it breaks 81.50 on Fastly. Brendan, what do you got?
Just watching Sorrento here, guys. Another one from the watch list. Guys, grab the watch list if you haven't already. 4.5% still, but kind of grinding back to the downside. Little bit of support down here at 650. It was trading down at 625 on Friday. They did a deal, a licensing agreement with the Mayo Clinic, guys.
And yeah, hella good idea that we got rid of our Nikola right now. We dumped that on this move back to the upside here. 29.75 break. We hit that, and thank God. Look, sometimes your trading is perfect for your outs, so we don't have to worry about this ripping all the way back to the upside here. Neil and I talked about this possibly happening. We're going to wait for a 31.30 or so break. That's why, man, when we hit out these stocks, man, we get in and we get out. So Nikola right now, good stock. We're still positive on everything today. AMD now 50 cents, even more in the money. Great out there at 26. All we're waiting for is Oracle to see our day just go through the moon or get destroyed. So right now, Oracle, we are short right here at 60 with some acceptance of the deal now. It's not acceptance, but they're acknowledging that there is something in the works. I don't like ye, so let's wait to see where this goes. This could be a day killer for me, unfortunately, and we'll look for a spot to get reloaded in Nikola soon, guys.
Yeah, let's just remember here, when it's a news-based haul, we don't know when it's going to open up, so there's no 5 minutes or 10 minutes time frame that you can work with, guys. I did mention GameStop, but it's not moving as fastly, so I can cover it right now. I want to short it, and I did in front of this 675 area on a pullback. GameStop just catching a couple of minor upgrades here. Look, it's up. It was up 10%, now up 8%, so sort of picking on it here for a retracement. Just scalp trading until it breaks 650. Likely to be some small wins, but short in front of 675 works for me. Peloton just came back to the upside at 81.50. Just went. So we'll come back to that one in a quick second. But Brendan, what do you got, buddy?
One from the banking group, guys. Fifth Third Bancorp to the upside today, 4.5%. They updated their current debt level and added some more debts as well. So investing back in themselves, it looks like 22 up here. Huge level on the daily chart, though, for FITB. Guys.
Oh, come on, AMD. Hit me at 39. Boom. Yeah, no really rolling the dice here today, but not a horrible trade whatsoever right there on AMD. We did dump our Microsoft, unfortunately, the last 10% when it comes close to that 207 area. Just did not want that rollover again. But what a big trade on Microsoft. This is a 1 minute chart. You can see what we did. 206.50, just absolutely destroyed it. Was able to hold the third to up here, 207.25, and then out again. So that's just a monster for us right now. Just looking at my list, what do we have left here? Tesla, NVIDIA, and MU. So let's take a quick look here at Micron. We talked about that in the pre-market. If you can, follow us all on Twitter. Follow us as well with our watch list. Watchlist.tradertv.live. When Valeria comes back, we'll put that link up for you. And these are names that we're showing. I mean, here, I can show you it right now. This is September. Oh, this is an old one, but this is what our morning movers looks like right here. All in descriptions here. Every stock that we're looking at and we're talking about, you can get it delivered to you before 9 a.m. every single day, right into your inbox. That's our watchlist.tradertv.live. So we talked about Micron on there. We wrote wrote down obviously very, very key levels of 47. That doesn't come into play at all. But Micron on a Goldman Sachs upgrade today, making moves northbound right now. So I don't really like it too much, but we're up 7%. We talked about why Micron might have been good, and that was the daily chart, just playing catch up. That's where I think the Goldman Sachs upgrade comes from. I don't like that as a catalyst, so I'm away from Micron right now.
Yeah, and as I mentioned, sort of off the chart there, we're looking at something else, but Kasava Sciences does test that 6 even, so I do get some shares out there with 609, 697, 79 was my last short. We did take some out there, but I'm still holding on to a small piece of this. Again, if 6 even breaks, I want to have some exposure to a much bigger move here. It's going to be obviously my heaviest stock today, Kasava Sciences, and you could have had a lot of different rollovers. I've been having more success waiting until the open for the short, because it's just a little more confidence in that 750 once it got put in the pre-market, and then it comes back down. There was consolidation. We could take it, use these pre-market levels here around that 685 to get short one more time. So I still have GameStop as well, which, like I said, it's probably going to be a sleepier trade, guys. I don't think it'll be that exciting, but it's been a roller coaster in Peloton. First short worked, second short does not. It does seem like it's putting in a little bit of strength on the way back up here. So next thing to watch will be if it can test back towards this 83 level where the whole party started before the open. Looks like it was a bit of a resistance or support level before the floodgates open up. So 83 big level on Peloton. If you can get back to that one, I'm not looking for a breakout. I'm probably going to stay to the south side on this one, but patiently waiting for 83.
30.76, 30.80. Yeah, let's go short here. Just talking about some levels to myself here. 30.80. We tried another short on Nikola. Very, very small at 30, out at 50. Still positive on the stock, so it's all good. But we did give it another go there. We'll wait to see if it can break back down through 30.80 or so. That's that bottom spot here. A lot of congestion through that 80. Thank you, Miss V. Hopefully, I'll just hold my hands here because maybe they can get warmed up on that side of things. But yeah, 30.80 going on Nikola. We do like that to the downside. Let's go short through 30.80, guys.
So, guys, I just want to say I did not expect this on IMMU. This is a cash deal, and it just fell $1.50. So I would be very careful trading this. For me, my first thought was, wow, how can I not be picking up? I need to see if there's any kind of news, or there could be some sort of a regulatory issue with this one. We'll check this one out. But normally you would not see this type of a drop to the downside. And it is having trouble with a bid. And you look at level 2, just coming to my screen if you can for a quick second, guys. On a cash deal, this is not what you would expect to see on a level 2 in terms of liquidity. It is not very liquid. There isn't much of a bid at all. So do watch out if you're trading IMMU. At some point, if I get any sort of reason or confirmation of strength of the deal and no concerns, I might look to pick this one up off that bottom. But right now, getting sold off pretty hard.
Okay, here comes Nikola. We're short right now through 31, actually short. Go more short through 30.80. Now we're watching this go to the downside right now on Nikola with, once again, man, just another big win here, hopefully, for us. Hit me at 71 there on Nikola. I mean, the liquidity's here. Boom! A nice little trade there on Nikola. Another 25, 30-cent win. AMD now almost $1 in the money right at VWAP. AMD booming it, man. This is Brendan. This has been such a fantastic day. I know you're crushing it as well. Congratulations on that. Let's just keep on rinsing and repeating all these trades. But give us a few more right now, Brendan. Let's go.
Hey guys, yeah, 10 o'clock. Let's have a look at North American markets. That's Sean. I don't even know what that is, but maybe the YouTube chat, guys. Can we get icon, please, on the screen? We'll have a look at, there we go, North American markets. Here we go. Nicely positive to start the week, right across the board here. 1+%. S&P 500, 1.4%. The Dow, 1.05%. You can see the NASDAQ leading the way. Nice to see anytime tech stocks are in charge here. 2%, 1.98% for the 100 there. The Russell, small caps, also in positive territory, 1.6%. Here in Toronto, the TSX, 0.8%. Brazil as well. The BOVESPA, 0.8%. So good start to the week. If there we go, we'll shift over to CGX. Couple of things moving around here in Toronto. Cineplex, big theater operator here in Canada. They announced this morning going to be deleted from the TSX Composite. So not liking that news, down about 5% today on decent volume. Gold stocks, very strong. We saw gold at the start of the show, very strong. So Kinross here, 1175 up to 12 and a quarter, about to take out day highs for Kinross, and some of the cannabis names moving around as well. Weed here up 0.5%, doing the most volume of the group so far. Nice look for some cannabis names. Nice positive start to the week, guys.
And nice positive start on Sava, breaking 6 even to the downside here, guys. So continues to flush. No levels at this point, right? So once we break through this 6, like we talked about, there's just not a heck of a lot to watch. You can see the gap up from $3.30. I've been shorting it since at $7.50. This short happened here at about $6.79. It was our best price and started at $6.50. So we'll look to see if we can't take a second dollar out of this trade. I might start just thinking about trailing this. If it holds below 6 even, once we get to like $5.75, $5.50, might go with a trailing stop because, as I said, no significant level that I can find to the downside. So I'll hunt for one to pick it out, but a big win over there in our good friend Cassava Sciences. I do want to quickly jump back over to Microsoft, guys. Obviously a fantastic move to the upside. You are seeing some consolidation at the top here at that 208 level. You just quickly go to a higher time frame, and I apologize for the wicks on this chart. Go back into Friday's action. It's like 208.75. If you can get through that price, maybe a secondary break. But it wouldn't be shocking to see it chop between here and 208.75. So watch out for Friday's high as well. Could be a significant one.
I mean, that's why we got out of Microsoft right away. There we go long at 206.50 and absolutely destroy that to the north side. So good trade there, obviously, on Microsoft going to the upside big time there. Okay, AMD, we tried to get a bid down there at 77 when it went to VWAP. Unfortunately, we did not, but what a great trade that was, dollar plus. Now, looking to do the same thing again, maybe, as we develop some levels here, 77.60 or so, not a horrible level. 77.52 is one as well, which we just topped out at right there. So this is not a horrible spot to rebuild into the short on this one. We are still short Nikola. We're short AMD right now. And then we're stuck. We're not short, we're stuck in Oracle, waiting to see where that one's going to open up. We could, again, we're short at $60.20 here off of this initial break, and we absolutely crushed it. We took out the big boy and hit that off this day's low, but now we're stuck, right? And so we see some prints up here, 60.80. Who knows where this is going to go? This is part of the game. Unfortunately, when you trade a decent amount of shares, you can get hit. So SPAC as well, we called that one, and if you want to rewind that one, you could talk about it. Hit the wrong button there. I'm not even in this. I know Neil is, but what a great trade that was through the top 1690. We talked about loving that one. I missed it, so we don't have it on board, but good little trade there for SPAQ. Now even moving higher and higher goes SPAC right now. Wow, what a day for that stock.
Yeah, big move for them. And just watching Dave and Buster's here, I know one from last week as well. Breakout through what was the afternoon resistance level at 1685. So on any kind of retracement, if you're watching play, Dave and Buster's here, 1685 on a pullback. I do like that level quite a bit here. I'm still not seeing anything that's going to give me super confidence to pick up some IMMU. At some point, it's going to feel like it's going to be worth it. However, 85.50 current bottom, maybe getting back through 86 or so. I wouldn't normally be thinking momentum plays on a buyout deal, but anytime I see a $2 move, it's going to pique my interest, guys. So watch out if it can break through 86. Let's see what happens, but I'm not really seeing any obvious news as to why this would crater on a cash deal.
Okay, guys, we're short SPAC right now, and we're going to be out of it in a minute, eventually. There we go. We just broke even on it. We were short on SPAC. I mean, look at the spread right now. We were short on SPAC here, just to let you guys know. We did short that thing through 1720, got some out there, 1708. So a good trade there on SPAC. What's up, Brendan?
I just saw Tapestry, guys. What a day for TPR, 7+% here. We're above recent highs, just cleared that, 1680. Next stop, possibly 18 here for Tapestry. Not seeing too much in the way of a catalyst for this, but apparel makers on the move, guys.
All right,
okay,
we're short again on SPAC. I keep seeing some size get built up here on the offer, so we keep going short. We're going to give this one till about this high of 30. If it wants to go up, we'll be out of that. No problemo on that one. But here we go. Here comes AMD right back to the downside. We talked about getting short. I really, really hope you did, and you can floss it off because AMD, we just gave you those levels at 77.50. I hope you're able to have that one. It's been a monster day for us right now. Just here goes those Nikola back into the money for me. A nice little 15 cents down now. We average. We had to get a little bit out as we thought we were going to take out the day's high, but we didn't even come close. So now Nikola back in the money. It's flat. It's in the money 20 pennies. But
yeah, a couple of things to get to here. One, Sorrento making a nice little spike up just a few minutes ago, guys. It does break through that $7 range, but you have to watch that 740 high. Always go also to the higher time frame. Let's look at the daily chart. Might be a little pain in the butt there, guys. Let's go to if you look at the 3-minute daily, not going to work there for a quick second. I would come back to this 675 area if it breaks through 7 even, guys. And holds through 7 even. So 740 is the current pre-market high that I have. If it rolls back over, I'm looking 7 to 675 on Sorrento. But all signs point to it continuing to be strong, guys. Very, very strong at least. I'm looking at Sava, comes back above 6 even, so I'm going to have to trail this one. Unfortunately, like I said, I had no levels to the downside here. But if it does pick up support, failed breakthrough 6. We're deep in the money, short 666. I don't want a winning trade to turn into a loser, so I'll go with a 650 trail. Can't turn into a loser at that point. If it does break the bottom, might be a place to pick up some more shares, 585 to the downside, and make that a separate trade. It's been my number one so far today. Let's see if we can't add to this one on any kind of a pullback. Maybe give it to like 7 even. I think 7 would be a re-entry point. 750 for sure. Brendan, what do you got?
A couple things in vaccine world today, guys. VXRT, Vaxart here, 25%, just got rejected at 7 up there. They got an FDA nod on an initial plan for their COVID-19 oral vaccine. And then if I flip over to DVAX here, Dynavax, also with some positive vaccine news today, coming up to $6. Watch $6 on DVAX, guys.
We will watch that for sure. AMD, I'm also watching the SRNE 711. I like the break on that one. We'll go long on that. So AMD, again, we missed the complete opportunity to get out. We're holding that 10% left. So that's why I'm not super jacked about it either way. But it is coming up to that spot right now where we do like a short here on AMD. Look, there's a lot of other things happening behind the scenes here that you probably can't see, but also in our charting platform as well. Neil and I, if you guys can go to the side camera. Perfect. Look at this. Perfect. 1 minute, 3 minute. We're not just using what we put on the show is right here, but over on this side, a couple different level 2s here for you. We did talk about that. I posted that up on Twitter as well. 12 minute, 3 minute, 1 minute dailies, whatnot, hot lists, and so far and so on. So we have lots of action here, plus Brendan giving us some of the names. So this is why we try not to miss anything for you. And this is potentially why you love the show. Let's get some.
Yeah, and Sean, speaking of those looks, I have multiple ones I try to slide back and forth, but I want to show you the 15-minute. I was trying to get to this on Sorrento here. I'm watching 716. That's going to be, you go back into the 4th before it tanked to the downside and made some sideways consolidation. That was sort of the price where it all started. So the fact that it hasn't quite gotten there on this little push to the upside gives you a potential rollover on Sorrento. So, 716, 715, 716, definitely worth looking at here. I'd short in front of it, reverse to the long. You've seen that idea before. I'm going to stick to my guns here on that one. Back below $6 is Cassava Sciences, so I'm going to trail that one from 650, probably now down to like a 625 or so. Lock in at least 50 pennies on the last little bit of this and see if I can't get even more, guys.
Okay, we're going to probably stop averaging in right now to AMD, but we do have it. Our average price is 66 right now, and it's flat, so it's not a big deal. I'm just getting a little nervous here. You can see the futures moving upside, and NASDAQ is up 2.5%. So really super happy with my Apple position right now as that's rocking and rolling. But AMD right now, we got to watch out for this top at 77.80. That's going to come into play, and I don't really want to be short through it, but I do have a higher target of 78 in change to the higher side here. You can just check out this level here, 78.20, 78.30 or so on the upside. I don't like to see it get to that because I'd be smoked, but I am willing to average in all the way up to that spot, 78.40. Brendan at the big screen with a couple more names for us here on upgrades and downgrades.
Hey guys, let's look at a few more symbols, as Sean mentioned. Upgrades this side, downgrades on that side. We've talked about a few of these. GME, Neil was mentioning, nice look for GME today on a couple of upgrades, very small upgrades though. 8% might be overdone. Bloomin' Brands with a couple of upgrades, and Micron we talked about on the watch list as well, guys, if we haven't mentioned already. Kroger, really the only exciting one. I'll show you that one as far as that's not the right switch. Here we go. We'll flip over and I'll show you Kroger here in a second, guys. only one really exciting on the downgrade side of things. Here's GameStop. Yeah, nice flush off of 7. Hard rejection up there at $7. Go out to the daily chart. You can see some support at 7 for GME. The other one, Kroger here, big time flush, 34 down to 33 in a straight line off the open there. A couple of downgrades on that one, guys.
Yeah, just going to note here, Fastly back down through that 81.50. The first break didn't catch it. It just broke it for the second time. You're seeing a bit of a pullback. So this time I will jump into it and give it to like 82 or so. I can tell you that I did also get into Sorrento here, 704 short one off that 716 that we just mentioned. We'll probably at some point have to do a video on dark pools. I'm seeing a lot of questions when I mention some of these wicks, the upside and downside, being dark pool or block prints. Definitely something we should do on our Market Wisdom page. A bit different, guys. Today, the video being dropped is about Brendan's trader journey. Like, where did Brendan come from? How did he get into trading? Obviously, he's an interesting background. I think it's worth watching. Traders come from all different sort of walks of life, and I think it's good to see where those are and how that could maybe apply to you guys, wherever you might come from in your journey. So check it out on our Market Wisdom page. If you like it, let us know. If you want us to do something, which I think dark pools could be one, just hit us up, Twitter, chat, doesn't matter, guys. We'll get back to you promptly. Brendan has news for us right now. What do you got, buddy?
Gilead, we were talking about immunomedics. That is in the oncology space. This one also, guys, in the oncology space. CLVS having quite the day. 10% to the upside. I can't believe this thing is 650. I feel like we were trading it when it was much higher than this. But Clovis just broke day highs, guys.
Okay, AMD, we're averaging into that one, and we are at the day high right now of AMD. We talked about getting a little bit dangerous right now on that, so we'll wait to see if that one wants to go. Sorrento right now, 711. We are long right now, Sorrento, 711. It does drop all the way down here, 690, 692 or so, so let's hold Sorrento long. 711 right now. Decent amount of shares. Getting very noisy here. We'll find out if there's any sort of deal news here, but Sorrento right now long, AMD short, Nikola short, Oracle stuck in the hole.
Hey, it's really exciting behind me. I think some of the guys probably in some interesting trades, who knows. But I do want to get back over to Dave & Buster's, about to take the top off here, so do watch out. 1730, bit of a double top. If it gets through there, as much as I would like to be shorting Dave & Buster's, this is just a breakout sort of written all over it. It's up 4.5%, so I will take a shot. If it fails through this price, yeah, might be a nice little retracement short and then use that high of a day as a bit of your out, guys. So here comes a second test of 1730 on Dave & Buster's. I'll be all over it. I can tell you Cassava breaking back towards that 625 to the upside. Still in the money on it, however. And SRNE, I was waiting, for, like I said, for that 716 area. That's splitting hairs. So I'm now long at 17 on this little break. And I just went back looking at last week's significant levels for that. Doesn't really make too much of a difference. But the pre-market high here is at 740 on light volume. I would certainly take some shares on the way out in front of it.
Okay, we're also just taking some shares out right now of Sorrento. We're long a lot, so it's fine. But yeah, getting out at 13 or 14 is not what we're trying to do. We just took some out there at 16, which is almost the high of the day. And here we go upside again. So nice little trade here happening on Sorrento for me, but it doesn't want to go. So we may have to give this up. It may turn out to be a loser at some point, but we are long 711 right now on this name. And we've also held, unfortunately, AMD all the way to the top now. It does break that high. I told you we're going to give it up here, 78.20 and change. So we're short right now at 78 here, so we need 78 cents, 77.78. So we need this to come down about 20 cents to get back into the money. It can do that. Let's not get things twisted here. But Brendan, give us something else.
Another one from the EV space, guys. Candy Technologies. Remember KNDI had a nice pop here in the pre-market, going into the open. In fact, all the way to 710. Man, I wish I saw this. All the way back to 610 now. They announced that they've established a new subsidiary that will focus on battery swapping. So if you remember, part of NEO's business is swapping batteries for EVs that have flat or dead batteries, so you can drive in, they pull the old one out, put a new one in. So Candy Technologies getting into that side of the business, guys.
Candy makes you dandy.
Good move on Sorrento and AMD right now. Yeah, Candy, that car is one ugly car, but
you can say that again.
It's good to see that maybe they're getting into some different games. But I mean, I like the stock. There's no doubt about that. But that car that they showed, yikes, not for me. But it could be for you. And if it is, get that electric car going. I like NEO in that space. Obviously, we talked about Workhorse a lot, and the SPAQ SPAC might be interesting as well for electric vehicles, guys.
Yeah, I just want to quickly jump back over to Tesla, which is making a ramp, about to break out the top here at 390. 391. We talked about this one, missed an opportunity, choppy action through 387. And if I miss a move like this and it comes back down, it couldn't even get to 390, not really going to test it. You either get it the first time or you don't on a breakout trade. 385 looks like pullback support, but a 391 break on Tesla. We talked about 400. It feels like it wants to get there. The market is booming. I'll take a quick little scalp through 391 if it makes a fresh high on Tesla. Technically 391.10, splitting hairs up there, but I'm going long through the top on Tesla while still holding on to a couple of shorts. Fastly, I got into that one in front of that 82 level, guys. So short and Fastly as well. And
then thanks for the love on Softy, guys. Yeah, it's been a big trade here. Long at 206. It's now at 208. So there's a $1.50 clean for all the viewers out there. I know a lot of you trade Microsoft, and you're always very interested to see what we have to say, or I have to say anyways, on Softy. So yeah, big trade there. Just wish we would have held it. But again, when you trade with the kind of shares here, we don't hold things too far. Again, we trade with different styles. You guys know that. But here we go, long Microsoft again. But yeah, we did get out of that one. Watch out for 208 and change. I'm still in this Oracle, man, and I don't know what this is going to do right here, upside or downside, but it's halted right now, and it may not open before the show is over. It should. They've confirmed that they're talking and that they've put an offer out, so we'll just wait to see how exciting Oracle wants to go. But there goes Softy again. We're long at 208.06. Nice little 20-penny winner. Kaboom! Let's take some out.
Yeah, this IMMU is getting ugly. It continues to fall. It's now down. I mean, you're going to still be up 100%, guys, but like it's down $3 now from pre-market levels. This was an $88 cash deal, getting absolutely smoked here. So I traded with caution. I would not be buying it at this point. It doesn't feel like it's got any kind of a bid. It's getting really ugly in IMMU. I do want to get to penny stock here. J-Jill here, bankruptcy. They made a bit of a deal, so up 38%. It is starting to fade back, already selling off. So I would not, look, I'm not going to be bullish on a name like this. I'm looking for a place to take some shorts here. I do look at this level going back into last week, 66, a little bit of significance. If there's any sideways action, I'll be watching for a pop into this price area, 75 to 78, right here, 78. If you do look at this little top from back in the second, I'll be shorting it if it gets back up into that price, guys. So watch out for J-Jill if it gets up to 78. I'm fading into it. 66, where it's holding, seems like a key level. Brendan, what do you got?
So this entire oncology group, guys, is going to be in focus on that Immunomedics deal with Gilead there. So we talked about Clovis. Here's another little one if you like smaller ones better. ZIOP, a little bit thinly traded, but ZIOP also in the oncology group as well. Miss V is watching what is going on over in Europe this morning. What's up, V?
Yes, Brandon, G4S is up more than 25% after the company received a $3.8 billion takeover offer from Canada's Garda World Security.
Yeah, there's deal making all over the place this morning. So even over in the UK, guys, we'll update that one coming up at 11.
And there we go, nice suit there. Yeah, Microsoft again. This is $2, count it, $2 away. Now in the money from this long, and we took more long, breaking through 208. So yeah, you can just add up the money. We'll do another backflip for you there, as yeah, big time trade on Microsoft working out, and definitely nicely in the money for us here. Biggest position on right now, unfortunately, is our AMD cracking upside right now. Not much we could do. The Microsoft is ripping up for us, so we make that money there. But unfortunately, not unfortunately, well, it's unfortunate because our price is not right here, but we are holding AMD short. We wanted this one. We're giving it to this level here. I'm not going to average in. We're already in this one. We'll wait to see if it can come back here. I'm going to try to get some flat if we can, but not going well right now for AMD. But still a top stock, but there it goes. But we'll be giving most of this back as it just ripped up here. Look at the moves, man. Microsoft 70 cents in the money.
Yeah, and just watching Tesla break that fresh high, 391, 391.10 actually. 392 just got taken up before sliding back in. I think we give this one to this consolidation down like 380, 387 and see how far it can run. But we mentioned $4 is a bit of a level that we're going to have to watch out for. So I'm definitely going to be taking some off on the way up to that.
Oracle's
first
open.
leg, we'll try to take a couple bucks. Oracle back open. Get the Sean screen, please.
Yeah, Oracle's open. We're just getting out. Again, like I said, this always happens to me. So Oracle's open, and then it starts losing for me almost instantly. So we're just going to get out here, man. We're short at 60.20. We're not going to give this all back on some kind of an Oracle big-time story here. So we're going to get out right now. But Oracle's back open. Brendan, maybe you have something on that. No, just at its open. Sorry, I thought I heard Brendan in there. But we have some bids. We're scattered bids down here. So if it does want to come back down and get us out for flat, we will do that. But we are giving it, I don't know how high to give this thing, but we just went to 61.20. So probably best to get out if you're holding some shares.
Yeah, I'm just sort of looking at Oracle back that holds that bottom for now. So watch out 59.50. We need to get to Brendan for a small cap recap. Let's go to the big screen.
Yeah, there wasn't actually any additional news, guys, on that. Just that they confirmed that the proposal that ByteDance submitted to the U.S. government, they were indeed a part of. So that was looks to be, anyways, the news. Small cap world, not a lot going on so far this morning. I only took 2 trades, really. Cassava Sciences, 92% still, was significantly higher. Go to the daily time frame, 9 and 950, this area up here. So very, very obvious level on the daily time frame. This is 950 above that. The higher this got in the pre-market, the more I liked it. So really like that trade this morning on SAVA, positive trial data on an Alzheimer's treatment that they're working on. China Natural Resources, one of those, up this morning. They're going to update their current project load coming up at the after the close tonight, and also their current quarter financial results. So this turned into a pretty boring trade, but a nice little scalp to the downside. 145 to 150 was kind of the area I was working on up there. Should have added in front of 150 up there, but nice little trade to the downside as well for CHNR, guys.
From Brendan, back over to, I'll get you guys to Tesla over here. We did take that 91 break. It's testing 395 right now, so yeehaw. We do scalp some off for over for a $1.50 type win, and now we're looking to see if we can test that 400 level. Worth mentioning, we've said this since last week. Top at on the 10th at 400. If it breaks through there, there was a psychological 2000 break that got to 220. So watch out, like 404 to 405. That could be immediate resistance on any kind of a break of 400. So I'm going to get out in front of that if we get there. I'm going to start trailing this one. I did have it all the way down at 87, moving that one to 390. But Tesla in the money, $3, looking for a bit more. If we break 95, I'll move my trail once again. I see some dragons being slayed over there, Sean.
Yeah, exactly. 61 short Oracle, guys. We saw it bounce a couple times off there, and now it's a 90-cent win. So the roller coaster that is Oracle continues to go for us. And what a great trade. This is now 91 cents. Bang, a nice little dollar in the money. Hot dogs for you, hot dogs for everybody. Right now, a nice win on Oracle, making moves to the downside. We're bidding in the 60s right now. $1.20 now in the money here for Oracle. So the halt goes horrible for me, but we're able to trade out of it and make money now back to the short side. So not nearly as much if it didn't halt, but whatever. We'll take this to the downside now. Big trade, $1+ win here for ORCL. Still on AMD. It's not doing anything here, still staying topside. We took a little bit of risk off at 07 there, right here. And again, that was a 20-cent hit. We'll wait to see if it comes back to the downside. Like I keep saying, I can't hold everything forever, but here we go. Oracle, nice little dollar in the money. Let's take some out and hold the last bit.
Yeah, just going to get you guys back over to SPAC. SPAC, as we like to call it. Look, coming hard back in. So there was that nice break through 17, but it's starting to come back in, and I'm watching like 1650 or so. This price area was initial pullback. 1660. Check that. If it breaks this one again, might turn into a short, but I would wait for 1650. To break down if I'm going to take a short in this stock. I'm going to get you guys over to Tesla as well. I have not trailed it to break even just yet. It is having some trouble getting through 395. Once it breaks through 395, at that point, I will trail it to about 93 or so. Lock in a couple of dollars worth of a win. The ultimate target, of course, is in front of 400. It could turn at 97, 98. I do have a target order right there, but I'd be willing to take it out at any one of those prices, anywhere in like a $2 or $3 range in front of 400. I'm not anticipating necessarily a clean break of that price.
Okay, so there goes AMD. The market just keeps on ripping up. So we did get out there. Like I said, we were able to get a little bit out. AMD back to flat on the day. Look, you trade to make money. Sometimes you lose money. AMD was that case right there. Still have Oracle, though. Nice out. What a out on Oracle that was, guys. Down here. Look at this. We go short here off the reopen and then out again. Out. can't beat that, Brendan. What's up?
Just watching shares of Fiat Chrysler, guys. Looks like the U.S. government has confirmed that there is a deal in the works as far as the Daimler diesel emissions cheating settlement. Really not doing much, but you can have a look at FCAU in New York for that news. Really, again, not doing much on low volume, but that settlement has been reached, guys.
And Tesla continues to run. So as I said, was the plan of action. We were through 395. I think we are looking at the test of 400 here. That was always a bit of a target for us. And we mentioned this in our watch list, in our preparation. So I will go with a 93 trail at this point. Man, we're going to get through 97 and probably make me trail it to 95, guys. But already a $5 winner on Tesla. If you like the action you're seeing here, you can hit that like button. We usually set a target of like 2,000. So got to put you on the spot, Valeria. How we doing? It's 10:30. We're like an hour and a half in, halfway. Did we hit the 1,000 mark? 1,500? Oh, I'd love to see that.
Neil, I'm happy you asked because we have more than 5,000 of viewers and not even a 1,000 likes. So guys, please be supportive. Just 1 second, take the time to click the like button and make us happier.
So I gave a bit of a lip. My daughter does this like pouty lip that I don't know if it'll work on you guys if I try it, but if she was on here doing it, you'd probably be hitting that like button. You got to like this if you're holding Tesla, guys. I got this Tesla at 91.35. I'm going to move my trail up to 95 like I said I would. But here comes that 400 test. Let's see if we can't get a break through that price, but a nice little run to the upside here on Tesla. Look, we go from trading some small caps, we'll trade big caps. Our watch list has all different types of names on it. Hopefully, something to watch for everybody. But we got Tesla on right now. Nice little winner here, $6 in the money.
Let's just keep watching. So Microsoft's, dollar. But AMD, so we did take another short here. Just going to try to protect this 50, but here it goes. The market just keeps blowing up. It's fine we have Microsoft, but AMD, we tested the short one more time. We'll be off of this, right there it is. We'll be off of this now. So give a little bit back there on AMD, fine. But look at this name, just keep going. Look at the NASDAQ. Let's just change this right now to NQ. And we're glad that we gave you that Microsoft at 206. Hopefully you guys are crushing that. I do see it on the chat. But look at NASDAQ just making marches all the way up. Some consolidation here was a great time to get long, and that's where we took Microsoft at 208. But now the NASDAQ really consolidating on the high side now, not making moves back downside. So let's wait to see here what this wants to do. We got to find some more. We got to go over to Walmart maybe, some NVIDIA as well. Oracle right back to the upside. We're holding just very, very small to watch Oracle, but we will get out at 61. I don't know. Probably just get out where we got in here, 61. If it breaks through 61, we'll get out, guys.
Yeah, there's the backflip, both because you guys hitting that like, appreciate it, but there goes Tesla. I did say if it turns around in that last couple of dollars before 400, I was just going to get out. Finger was on the trigger, covered at 397.40, so we get the break through that high at 91. Of course, our initial break at 87 we missed, so if you got $4 better, congratulations to you. Our last out's going to be a $6 winner on Tesla. We're going to walk away from it. And Mambo guys, smash the like, gently hit the like button. I don't want you guys breaking, your mouse or keyboard, whatever you might be using there, guys. But thank you so much for the support. Nice win on Tesla, but I got to get us back to SPAC. This 650 level could break through. I said I wouldn't short till it got to that price. First short worked. Second short did not. SPAC breaking to 1750. 1650 break. I'll try it one more time here if it does go.
78.50-ish again. We did get stopped out at the top, but it goes to 78.63. We did take more there on AMD, so we are once again short. I said we wouldn't do it, but I saw the NASDAQ just come down a little bit here. If we are going to fall, this is the name that I want. So we are short again on AMD, just looking to see where my bids are at here. 78.20s. Okay, that's good. We'll see if it can come back to the downside right now. AMD, oh man, I was just bidding 23 there. We'll see if we get hit. There it is, nice little move there on AMD, 15 cents in the money. So we'll take that and watch it right here as AMD continues to fall, and we took it back. So AMD back in the money for us. A nice little 20-cent win. Short, short, short. We did get taken out the top. Not all of it, but we go short again at 38 right now for AMD.
Yeah, I'm just sort of noticing, and I feel like this is a broken record with Smile Direct, and it'll just be up 6% and not really on the radar. A nice little move off of the open. You should start buying this one when you get a chance on any kind of a break. And you look at this, no volume pre-market with an 11 top. Once it breaks through, like you get a volume spike, breaks 11. Nice little clean move up to 1150. So those even levels going to be the story here. just watch out. You look at Smile Direct, you look at this daily chart, you look at 12 even. That could come into play this week as a potential breakout, but already giving you one for the week at 11. I'm going to start looking at this 12 maybe every day, just sort of have a stop to go long on Smile Direct through $12. You've seen the nice little gap up that it's put in, and then hold above this 1060 breakout. So Smile Direct, next stop would be 15. I'm watching that 12 break all week.
I love that advice there. Stop shorting AMD. Yeah, you're probably right. We did give back what we did make there on that. But here we go. We're short again right now and just took it out for 30 cents, 30 cents there. Win 78.06. We're short 78.35 now on that name. So yeehaw, giddy up for that. Oracle, we still are short. We're going to give it to 61 and change here on that short. Mr. Wickens, what?
Gold stock here, guys, moving today. We mentioned gold higher. If you joined us in the pre-market this morning, a nice look for GFI, up 8.6%. Israeli-based gold company. In fact, just coming up to some significant levels around this 14 level on the daily chart, guys.
Thank you very much there, Brendan. I just got trailed out, so it's the first time you'll see in a while. I know some of you guys just noted the candle in Sava. Yeah, I just got trailed out of the last bit of shares there. I didn't have any targets below 6 even. It's been two great shorts. The first one rolling over 750. The second one rolling over at like 660, 679 was my best price. But it does look like 585 is going to be the bottom. Just got trailed out at 650 to lock in profits. But watch out to that little upside. First level, like I said here, this roll was at 680. If it breaks that, 750 would be that next stop. I think maybe you can go long through 80, catch a bit of a scalp trade through VWAP, but I'm still thinking it's a short. As long as it's below this 750 mark that held initially off of the open, 750, 755 or so, I think it's still going to be a short for me, unless you're scalping long at 680. So Kasaba all done, at least for the short term. We're an hour into the session now, guys, so you don't want to throw away that money that you've made. Start thinking about only taking trades that fit your plan and not over trading. But I like Sava. If it can hold 750, I'll go short one more time.
We like all that. We like AMD back to that 30-cent win as well right now. So seeing if it can break through 78. If that happens, great. Our best out. I mean, look at this. We reloaded the short. Unfortunately, we did get taken out there at that top. But when you believe in it, you just reload it. And that's what we did. So AMD took that money back. Thank you to some of you on the chat there talking about the short on AMD. And thank you to all of our followers now as well. If you haven't watched, if you haven't hit the like or the subscribe, please do so or share. I mean, either one, man. Just share the news. Let's get this out there as fast as we can to everybody. We've just passed 81,000 subscribers. So, yeah, we're pretty happy about that. And let's just keep celebrating till we get to 100. Also taking ideas and suggestions on what we should do for the 100,000, because that's coming sooner rather than later, just like AMD to the downside. Just took off another 30 cents there, guys.
Yeah, we're going to need a plan for that 100,000. I think we should do something definitely special for it. I want to get you guys back to Tesla, of course. Look, it's bouncing back up to that 400. Like I said, the 2,000 break wasn't the cleanest in the world for anybody that was watching at that time. So the 400 break, I might expect some of the same. 404, 405 could turn to immediate sort of resistance. Just jumping to a higher time frame, I'm going to go from a 3 to a 15 just so you can kind of quickly see here on Tesla if it'll load up. If we are to break that 400 and get through that 405, ignore all this chop, it's about a 420 to 430 top next level. So there definitely is a secondary push that could come through. I just kind of like 404, 405 better than a clean 400 break. So we're still watching Tesla. Nice run to the upside, 1 for 1. It doesn't mean that we're going to force trades in it, however, for the rest of the day, just because we happen to win.
So we just take Nikola. What a move back to the upside here. We did take Nikola here. This was the break of this kind of pre-market 32.60. We did get all the way up here to this level, 32.80. We break above 33. We went long 33 there, but some of our outs were pretty decent, man. 33.21, back into the 30s as well. We'll hold a little bit of this one, see if Nikola gets back to 32, but a good trade right now. Go Nikola right now, long 33.05. Boom, nice win there, B. What's up?
Geez, guys, we mentioned this already, but Pinterest having quite the day. 5.25% here for Pinterest to the upside. $36 coming into play. Huge monster level if you go to the daily time frame for pins, guys, on an upgrade today.
Pinterest, good name there. Look at this going. Nikola now. Nikola now. Yes, big trade here for Nikola. We take the 30 long, and now we just run that thing up 70 cents. Get some out here. It's stalling a little bit at 50, but we're in the 60s right now. Let's see how high this one wants to go. Nikola now refuting some of those. I didn't think it was very strong, but who cares what I think? 70 cents now in the money. So there's once again, Neil, just another banger brought to you by the right side of the trading floor. What up?
I'm just taking another reload in GameStop. It's going to be a slower position moving. You've seen some faster ones. This level here, 665 has been my entry to the 675 area. We're scalping at the bottom end of it. Yeah, we tried to get some at 650 out at that bottom. Still holding a nice little tight range. But if it breaks that 75, I would watch out to the upside. GameStop is up 10%. Well, it's up 10. It was up more than 10%. Just slightly lower than that right now. But I'm playing the range here, but not letting 675 go. So I reloaded for the first time on this name, expecting that there might be sideways action and it'd be a range-bound type scalp trade. There goes Dave & Buster's to the top, so we're along that one. 1730 break. Brendan, what do you got?
There's been a couple of these today, but International Gaming Technologies, 8%. Nice move here up to 1250 there on a huge volume spike, which is basically this high on the daily chart, this 1250 area. Recent highs for IGT Jeffries with an upgrade on this one, guys.
Jeffries, you say. Okay. We're still watching this Nikola and this AMD. We're really happy. I mean, we got out. We're so lucky. Not lucky. I mean, this is what it's called, trading. We get some out here at 78. We see there's sort of a consolidation down here at 78. We are worried about the top, so we get some out there and some again at 29, but still short that 35 right here on AMD. And you guys are right, man. We're not going to be married to this short. There's $1 right now on Nikola. So 33.90 and change. Good trade on Nikola, straight to the upside. We got $1 on this name as we go, so good movements here. See what happens if we break through 34. I said we'd buy some more if we found out anything different about this, but right now, don't know what's going on here. Nikola, big time reversal. They were testing now near, like what Brendan said, basically the all-time lows, which we smoked, and we did actually quite well on Nikola today. It's going to be a positive stock for us, but up here right now, retracing back off that 34 break. So a good little trade for now. We're more than half. We got 30%, no, 20% left of what we had initially. So Nikola right now, 55 cents in the money.
Yeah, I'm going to get you guys back over to IMMU. Finally catches a bit of a bid here, if you want to call it that, at 84, but rolling over once again at 85. This is one of those ones that you got to be very, very careful. I know you're going to say to yourself, if you read this, oh my gosh, cash deal at $88, why don't I just pick it up? Look, obviously, there's going to be some regulatory issues in passing the deal. There's time value money, all kinds of concerns that you have to watch out for. It's not free money buying it thinking you're going to get 88 bucks in the future. I'd watch out trading this one today. All kinds of trouble finding any kind of a bid and getting through any resistance. 85 is the current one. There might be at some point a little scalp breakout trade. If I see one, I'm definitely going to point it out to you guys. I did get in a new position. One of our few longs on the day is going to be Dave & Buster's. And I talked about this one. It was a double top at the time. Then eventually a triple top in the 1 minute, just broke out. Go to the 15 here, guys, and you can sort of see Thursday session, right at the close, there was a rebound back into that 1730 price. That's where we ended up closing. So I like this break for multiple reasons, not just the fact that it was a high of the day. First leg would be Friday's pre-market flush was through 1760. Get out in front of that. And then the top in that pre-market was $18. That would be the secondary target on play. Dave & Buster's alongside.
Guys, I mean, great out here on Nikola again. We're light now. 5% left. Out a bunch of times up here, 33.60, 33.80. So Nikola back to the positive side right now. And I don't know if we like this, but it goes money. I don't know what that is, but here we go. Nikola breaks through 33 again. Good thing we dumped it. Give it to us, Brendan, at the big screen. Sector watch.
Hey guys, yeah, let's have a look at the S&P 500, see what is driving the ship today, and it's obviously very positive. Nice blue board right across the entire thing, 1.6% to the upside for the overall market. We'll talk about what's not in positive territory. How about that? Energy stocks, the energy group, really the only laggard here. Apache leading the way to the downside here. You can see 4.4%. FTI, we have a negative territory. Marathon's down as well. Halliburton also down about a full percent on the day. So energy stocks, there's a little bit of the consumer staples group, especially the food side of things in the consumer staples group that's also in negative territory. Everything else, though, in the entire market positive today, including tech shares leading the way. In fact, for tech stocks, 6.8% here for Oracle, FISV, IT, DXC, and Now. All among the leaders to the upside. The semiconductors also very strong, as we talked about, 7.5% for NVIDIA, 6.4% for Micron, leading the way for that group. The banking group, and I mean the entire financial sector, is in positive territory today. Consumer discretionaries, healthcare stocks, and pharmaceuticals also all very, very positive. Nice looking day so far, 1.65% to the upside so far. Let's go back over to Sean.
Okay, Oracle. I must have missed that out. Yes, I did. 361. It breaks 361 and just goes to the upside here. We have that 10%. So let's just get out of Oracle back to the upside. No problem there. Just that's what it's doing right now. Oracle does take out 61. We did want to talk about that with you. Look at this long haul, 33 to 10, so about 50 minutes there on that halt. Here comes Oracle straight to the upside. Oracle's going to be my #1 stock. So we did talk about why we liked Oracle and lining it up and whatnot and knocking them down. So there we go. We get out at 61.17 on Oracle for my #1 stock today off of this break short. And like I said, we always lose on halts. So if you're in a stock that I have that's halted, it will probably be a loss. But it does not turn. We turn a bad thing into a good and take that short through 61 and then hammer it all the way back down for that dollar winner. You know that we talked about that on the show. So that is Oracle for you. You mentioned before, Brendan, some of the cannabis names, and CGC coming back down. Looks like maybe we were cruising, but you know what? It wasn't even really that high, but we still are up that 1%. So anybody looking at that, good on you. And by the way, no pantalones down right now as AMD, nice little 45-cent win here. So here we go again. We talked about stop shorting AMD. I didn't take that advice, but we did get out of some of here at 17. Now there's the break. Let's get some out. We are now into this little chop area here, especially with the futures coming back up. 50-cent win on AMD. Hot dogs for everyone.
Yeah, just got back and shorted SPAC through 1650 on that little break. Watch the pre-market bottom here at like 1603. This was some 16 area, was certainly a bit of resistance on Friday. So I will take a bunch of shares out in front of it. Just took some in front of a buyer at 35 to the short side. And in the other position, of course, we have Dave and Buster's, everybody. So if you enjoy them, I don't know. I just kind of like to set up at long 1730. Showed you the higher time frame there. Until it gets to 1750, I won't take anything out. Once it breaks that price, I will move my trail to break even and then hunt for 18 even as the ultimate target. Just going over those two things there for you. I do want to jump back over to Tesla as well. Not quite my #1 stock of the day. It's a nice looking trade. Cassava Sciences, which I'll get back to at some point, is going to be tops for me. But that 400, another test, got to like 98 and change and rolled back over. The longer it goes sideways in front of that 400, I mean, I didn't like it as much, but if we go sideways and eventually break it, that could be a cleaner break than expected. So keeping an eye out for Tesla, the longer and tighter it consolidates at 400, the better that scalp break could be at that even dollar price, guys.
So look at this. We're just putting this up on Twitter. Make sure you follow us and make sure you also sign up for that watch list. Look at this softy, man. We talked about loving this stock through 206.50. Yeah, look where we're at right now. 209er. So a nice little trade there on Microsoft. We'll tweet that out so everyone can watch it and find it and look at it and just analyze what we were doing. It was just the high of the day there. Oracle news came out. I thought it would have been bad that they missed out on it, but it is not, apparently. Up that 2% now, caught up to where the NASDAQ was. Remember, Softy was red in the pre-market? You guys like this, so we're going to hit it again. Lots of money to be made here on Mr. Softy today. And there it is. Beautiful trade on Microsoft. Also go long at 208 as well. So, you know, back-to-back jacks. If you missed it here, you could get it there. Follow me, and hopefully we'll make some money together. Great trade there on Mr. Softy.
Yeah, I did mention, of course, the SDC Smile Direct Club up on not any news in particular, and I'm watching for a 12 break at some point. The current high 1148, so you're looking at an 1150 break. I'm thinking about a bit of a rollover potential here. It's putting in a lower high. There is no actual catalyst. As much as it's a breakout, looking for a scalp trade, take this consolidation, give it to the high of the day, and then see if we can't get a retracement into VWAP, maybe even a little bit deeper than that. So I'm going to work into some Smile Direct. I still like it for a breakout 1150 scalp trade. I still love it for a 12 even break, even better, maybe even a swing at that price. But first things first, day trader, got to short it here. Going to pick some shares up in the 35 to 40 range if I can, and then add that to the short I have in SPAC. I already took some shares out of this SPAC trade to the sell side, just on some consolidation at the bottom, right? So you get a bit of a breakdown. Not quite as strong a move. I thought we'd retest this bottom here at 1620, but it turns around at 30, so I am going to take a few shares out down there. If I can catch a reload, 50s to 60s, that's not a horrible idea. The overall look would be to short it and then be out in front of this opening range, 1603 bottom. Brendan, what do you have for
A little bit of news on Infosys this morning, guys. Not a terribly exciting chart, but Infosys acquiring Guide Vision, a leading ServiceNow elite partner in Europe. So if you go to INFY, look at this daily chart. Tight consolidation breaking this morning on the gap up to above 13 bucks here. Really hasn't done much consolidating up there, but INFY also in the M&A activity this morning.
Here we go. It's a banger alert as well. Thank you, Brendan, for that one. AMD, we just took out 75-cent winner there. Look at this. Ding, 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 ding. All the way to the downside. So we're not going to hit that money thing again. But we will let you know that that was quite the trade here for AMD. Not as heavy as we've been on that stock, obviously, in the past, as we weren't in love with it on a little bit of a fake move here to the upside. So we did get taken out there. But either way, man, great trade here on AMD. Loving this one to the downside. Just took out that 70 cents. So it's been a monster day here so far. So let's just keep the trade going. You guys can see what's happening here. And it's been a big, big day. I think we got to go over to some banks as well at some point. Facebook making moves up now upside as well. 275 just got taken out. We are at 3% for the day here on FB. So a lot of these NASDAQ stocks, as you can see, guys, just making moves upside here. Tesla near 400 as well. I mean, this has been a big day.
Yeah, watch out for Cassava here. Testing that 6 even bottom again. Technically, it's like 585. That's where my stop's going to be. If it breaks out, I'm going to be jumping into the quick little short on that name. Brendan had mentioned Pinterest. There it is. 1,500. Get some moonwalk action from Valeria. Thank you very much for the support there. We got 1,500 likes, but 1,500 is not 2,000, and I'm a 2K kind of guy there. So let's see if we can't crack that number, make Valeria very, very happy. I'm watching Pinterest consolidation at the top. 36 even did break, so there was a tick through there. Sort of a fail breakout, if you want to call it that. If it rolls over, I don't necessarily like this level here at 35.70 so much as I would be testing more something like VWAP here at 36.60. The second break can sometimes be better, so do watch out. I would actually take that 36 break long a second time through, especially with a failed breakout. I feel like some people would be thinking heavy short after that failed break. Maybe you get something through 36 on Pinterest. Another one of these strong names. I like that one. And SPAC. Looks like it's holding sideways action for me over there. Not so much in Dave & Buster's, however, as it is making its move towards 1750. Just to reiterate, I will take some out in front of that even area. Once it breaks, slide my stop. 18 is the ultimate target for the last third of the shares. First things first, has to get to 50.
Okay, SPAC, a good one as well. We're going to look at Nikola right now, back to $33. So we did take this one. Great trade. We're still waiting for this. Is 33 holding here? That may be a little bit of a spot there as AMD still downside. Brendan?
One name, guys, as far as the Oracle thing is concerned, one name we didn't really talk about this morning was Walmart. Obviously, the Microsoft Walmart team up there from way back when. 136 to 137, decent area here on the daily chart for Walmart. Back in positive territory, pretty good pullback underway here for Walmart. But gap down on the news, straight into positive territory. We're coming back in at this point, guys.
137.50. Yeah, no, I talked about that Walmart. We wanted to get to Walmart based on that news. So Walmart, a good one. I'll give you a quick little look there. Thanks, Brendan, for bringing that up. 137.06. Yeah, I was going to say that's VWAP. We just broke above 50 right now. I love Walmart. I was actually telling some family and friends on the weekend that if the market did crash, Walmart was going to be my first buy on that, but market obviously not crashing, so we'll wait on that. But right here, VWAP, you could play all day off this level. 137 flat for Walmart. I do like it. Would rather it get, above just a little bit more. What we're looking at right now, 137.60 right here. I think we can go on this. Walmart, 137.60. Let's take a bit right now, Walmart, guys.
I think we are ready. It's already 10:50. Wow, time does fly on a Monday here. We need to get to Brendan. Time for Money Talks.
Hey guys, let's go to Currency World and see how things are doing so far as foreign exchange is concerned. I want to talk about the British pound a little bit to start this morning. We mentioned last week there was still a lot of question marks when it comes to the UK finalizing some of the Brexit negotiations with the rest of Europe. So we had this monster sell-off over the past week or so in the pound. Went from 134.5 all the way down to 128, starting to bounce a little bit today as there is a little more positivity, a little more positive momentum, it looks like, coming out of some of those negotiations. So 0.6% for the pound, 128.8. The euro also higher on the day, 0.25%, 118.75, almost one back to 119. Canadian dollar basically flat, 75 and change. The Japanese yen, Swiss franc, back kind of trading one and the same as they typically do. Down on the day, 0.4% and 0.25%. Australia and New Zealand both higher. New Zealand having quite the day, 67 once again. This thing was 65 cents not too long ago, but up significantly since then. Crypto's in positive territory as well. Bitcoin again bouncing off that 10,200 area at the end of last week, trying to move higher once again. So crypto's in positive territory, but the big mover over the past week or so has been the pound. Let's go back to Neil.
There you go, pound on the table on the pound. But I want to get you guys over to Dave & Buster's. It's a nice little breakout through that 1730. Identified it as well on the higher time frame to watch that top end break. Strong move for 5%, sort of rounding it out here in front of 1750. So I will go ahead and take off that first third in front of that 1750 market, just sort of hanging around slowly. Volume is starting to die down. I think that's one of the reasons why I have to consider moving the stop. Like I said, back to break even at this point. It just feels like it's dying out. If we break 50, fantastic. I think we hold on for that secondary push, but need volume to come back in. That's one of the things you got to watch for here going into this 11 o'clock hour, getting towards that lunchtime move. Breakouts need volume to sustain without any kind of a spike. It's going to be hard for us to chew through 1750 and work our way up to 18. That's why I'm going to prematurely move my stop to break even after having taken a quick scalp out here on play. Dave & Buster's, guys. I do also want to jump back over to Tesla here. We talked about 400. I did have one trade only, 91s, getting out in front of that 400 level at 97. It is looking like it's going to come back in. I'm watching 387. That was sort of the original price that we're looking for that we missed in the pre-market. Comes back down there, gives you support. Not a horrible place to get involved there. And a little bit of a joke there. Brendan does not have tattoos. He's not in the military, for those of you that are following in the chat there, that I know of anyways. If he's got a secret that he's not telling us, certainly that is possible. I'll get you guys back to Smile Direct. This could end up being a sleepier style trade. Sideways consolidation, lower high off that 1150. I will take a break at 1150. I will definitely take a break later this week if it does 12. This is just a slight retracement. No news on Smile Direct Club. Up 6% anyways. Putting in a lower high. I'm just going to work this one from 35 to 40 as an entry point. Give it to the high of the day. Retraces to VWAP. Nice little short style trade. I will definitely hold some if I can through an 1120 break, but I'll probably like 20, 25%. Not a monster position there in a Smile Direct on that. I do still have one other short, and that's going to be in SPAC. I feel like it's catching a bit of a bid down here. I already took some out in front of 1630, but the longer it consolidates, the stronger it might look on a pullback trade. The ultimate target, of course, was 16 even on this short. We've taken some out for a winner, so it can't turn into a loser unless I fail to get out on my stop, which is not going to happen.
Walmart 103. Okay, just watching AMD there, make it all the way back. Fine. We don't have anything really on for that. Walmart as well. We take that long. Rips to 80. We didn't take anything out there. We are long right now at 63 on Walmart. But we got to watch out for this NASDAQ future here. Obviously, Walmart's not part of the NASDAQ, but they are leading the market here. So we got to watch out for that. Brendan, you have something, bud?
Just going to talk about Pepsi here, guys. Interesting story on Pepsi, but to reassure, You're not going to be sniping anything with my eyesight, so don't worry about it. I can barely see my screens. Pepsi, guys, nice look today. 0.8% to the upside, just broke 137 there on a volume spike. Apparently, they're going to make a new sleep aid drink. So something you can drink in the morning with caffeine, something now that you can drink at night to help you sleep as well. So a nice look, 0.8%, not a heck of a lot of volume, but Pepsi moving higher, guys.
Okay. I'm a little curious about that. See what's in there. I think we get you guys back to some sideways action on Cassava Sciences near the bottom. It is testing this low. I do have a short in front of it. It's going to be a relatively tight stop here. I don't necessarily want it to break too far past 6 even. This level did hold one time, 685 to 585 to 6 even. So if it holds again, I don't want to, if I give it too far, it's probably going to head right back to 650 and then make that major test of 675 one more time. That seems like the key level. 750, I love it. I don't know if we get back there. I might have to think about 675 being the next level up that we can heavily short. But for now, I do have a 590 short that I'm only giving to 605. If it breaks down through here, you're probably talking like 50 cents to $1 worth of upside for a 15-penny risk. But remember, this already held once and gave a 10% pullback.
Walmart here, just another win right now, 20 cents here on Walmart. So we took that one to 137.60 there. We just didn't take 20 cents. It just went into 20 cents. We got out 78s there, so that's 15 cents, and we're only out of 20%. So let's wait to see if Walmart wants to go off to the upside. Now we're waiting on this 137 breakdown there. So if that happens, great. If not, then that is fine as well. Nikola, 35 cents into the money on a long. We talked about possibly getting more at 33, but we didn't. So that was a little bit of a look there. Nikola all the way back to 80. We're going to put an order in the midway through, maybe 65.70, and see if we can't capture that 65 cents. The reason why I'm holding a small bid on Nikola is just, I think that there could be something happening with this stock once again. They could come out, do something, show something. I don't know. Well worth the risk. We are positive on Nikola today, so it's been fine. We would have loved to have more on this. I thought a 33 break, would have been bigger than that. This was a huge trade to begin the day at 30 short. So imagine this, we were 30 short and then we were 29 short. So you're actually up about 10-15% from those levels. So what a roller coaster it's been today for Nikola, Brendan.
Just checking on Denali Therapeutics. Not seeing anything, but decent move here, to say the least. Huge volume spike came in, lifted this thing from 32.10 up to about 33. Still going. I mean, 34 is the next stop, really, that it just hit on the daily time frame. So watch Denali here, DNLI. Big move up in the last few minutes, guys.
Definitely have to add that to the list, guys. Denali, you're always going to want to watch out for volume spikes when you get into this time of day because that means there's going to be interest in the stock. I would alert to here, it's only done 1 million shares. So the absolute bulk of volume did occur in this initial spike, and there has been a lot of liquidity as well. It just ramped up through the top there again. I'll get you guys over to this. To the higher time frame just to be able to see there are some levels if you do look at the daily chart here at 35 and then at 35.70. So I'd alert if it turns around at those prices, I will be involved in it. However, we'll go with line them up and knock them down on SPAC. The only issue here is I don't feel like it's nearly as weak as I would have wanted it to be. I'm going to take out another leg here in front of that 30 area. Target is still going to be 1603, but it does look like it's at least trying to test that 1620 that held the higher low in the morning. So SPAC try to make some back. Initially, we had a good short and then a bad one ultimately on SPAC. So we'll see if we can't get back to green on this. So long as we get that 16 target, that could happen for us. I got to get you guys back over to Cassava Sciences. This is a short that's been probably my best, easily to be my best of the day. You're seeing continued sideways action. The reason for the tight stop, it is coiling up. The stock is up 80%. Since the high, it's retraced over $3. This is why I have a tight stop, because if it breaks through this 05, really good shot. It's at 50 in a hurry. So I don't want to get caught with this, losing 30, 40 pennies on this when there's an obvious bottom here at 585. But if it goes, I definitely want some exposure because you could miss this break at 580. It could be really, really easy and really, really fast and not ton. I mean, there's some bid here on the level 2, but I've seen these when they go, and it'll just gap down like 20 cents at times. So I do have the short on right now at 590, but not giving it more than like 15, 20 cents, guys.
Okay, so we're back. We got some more Walmart, good trade there. We're just holding it. We averaged in again, doubled the spot there on Walmart. So good on that one. And then we're watching these futures because I do love Nvidia here. Nvidia was as high as 532 today. Like we're still up 6%, and we were up $12 higher than this at one point. So watching a 520.50 or so break on Nvidia, we'll like that, and we'll take that long. And then really just give it back to where it is right now. This is a good little spot to possibly even go short if you are thinking a downside move coming in the market. Nvidia may be a decent short. Just got to get through this, and then you got to watch out for 515. So not sure if the risk reward is here on the short, but I do like it on the long, at least to run back up to VWAP here. So that's kind of what I'm thinking on a 520 break. We'll see if we can get that. We'll get somehow 522 if we're lucky enough, and then look to 523, possibly 524 to the upside, and then more to go. But right now, Nvidia is falling back downside, so watch out for this. But I mean, by falling, I mean, when it falls $2, it's a $500 stock. So not super excited about those kind of moves. Just looking for the long again. Nikola back to 50 cents in the money.
Yeah, just watching here. Watch out VXRT making another run at 7 even. 709 is the current high, so I'd probably hold off shorting or going long until like 710 for a breakout. The last spike that you saw here early in the month was right at that 7 even that it turned around. So it is a resistance level that has to chew back through. Did make a hard bottom at 5. So VXRT trying to break 7. I'm going 710 before I take a long. It's 11 o'clock. Let's get to the big screen. Valeria with our Europe update.
Hey guys, welcome to the European update. Europe is pretty mixed today. Well, Germany is down 0.16%, France is up 0.36%, Spain is up 0.18%, Russia is up 0.88%, and Britain is down 0.09%. G4S is now up 24.71% as company received a $3.8 billion takeover offer from Canada's Garda World Security. That's all with Europe, and I'll keep you updated. Back to traders.
There's a ghost in the building or something like that, guys. Look, I want to get you guys back to Peloton here very, very quickly. Some consolidation at the top, and I talked about this 81.50 failed break that immediately took me out here, just snapped back. So the second time, maybe a charm. We had one good short on it this morning, and it does feel like 81.55, which is now the current high since the open. That's going to be the level I work with. Right here, right at 9:30 before it turned around, about $1 higher than that. So it gives you like an 81.55 break, takes them out in front of 82, takes them out in front of that 82.50. There was a ton of chop in the pre-market in front of 83. That's why I wouldn't aim too much higher than that. But I'm going to get this order locked and loaded, ready to go. It feels like Peloton could be rounding into some strength. If it cannot break, let's say we break that 81.55, don't get to 82 and roll over. That's probably going to jump back into a short for me. I'll get back to Cassava. It finally broke that 85, but not below that 580. 575 will be the first target on that one.
Okay, 78.62. Yeah, I'm doing it again right now. And it looks like we're going to get busted out of this one. 66, 78, 70 maybe on and AMD. Yeah, here it goes right to the top side. We are going to get, oh, there goes Walmart. Walmart, Neil or Brendan, instantly now into the money. What the hell just happened to Walmart? Bang! Big trade right there on WMT. We go long. It breaks through 139. I don't know. Maybe something to do with something.
I'm sure there's news.
Yeah, well, there has to be news on this. And I just said I was going to load the truck up on Walmart, and there it goes, 140 right through. Let us know today. Myers selling TikTok. Wait a minute. ByteDance let us know today. There's some news there on Microsoft, obviously, going, but we're going to take some out here. And what a move. Yes, sir. Money. This is why you got to pick it up. This right now, guys, $4 in the money now on Walmart, $3 in the money. Scratch that. We just got out some beautiful trades upside on Walmart. Wow, what a day right there. Good trade. Walmart, $3 in the money. Got lucky on this one, but here we go. Unlucky Oracle. Thank you. The trading gods are back, giving us this win. Let's go.
Yeah, and at the same time, rolling over, of course, I waited too long for this on Cassava Sciences. Third short of the day. This one's going to be right around off that 6 even area. It just broke the 3/4 mark, so I do get a couple of legs out here. 75, again in the 60s. So rinse and repeat. If 550 goes, I'm going to hang on to some south side trade, see if we can't get to $5. Cassava continues to fall and make money for us, but Brendan's got that news.
Still looking, guys, but just one headline that came out out there at 11:04. They launched a new in-house brand called Eloquy Fashionista. Fashion brand, in-house fashion brand for Walmart. That was at 11:04, but still going to check on Walmart, guys.
That was it for sure. Big time mover here. We're going to tweet this one out. Big winner there, $3 and change on there. I don't want to save it. We want to tweet this out. So good little move there on Walmart. Beautifully executed out of almost everything up here at 140.50. Let's go. NVIDIA, we're long again. Another $1 in the money on NVIDIA. Boom. Let's go, Brendan.
They're also going to partner on an e-commerce basis, guys, with TikTok. So that's the news. So there's an e-commerce connection with TikTok, guys.
Yeah, that first story, there's no way that first story is moving to $4, but that's definitely going to give you that catalyst that you're looking for at Walmart. So that's one of those, you catch one of those, you got to hang on to it, I think, see how far it can go. And the market even testing tops at the same time. So kind of working with you there, guys. I got to jump back over to Dave & Buster's. 1750, holding once again. Like I said, this is Peloton. I mean, Dave and Buster's. 1750 holds one more time. I've already taken some out. It's a break both on the daily and the double top or triple top that got put here. I've already moved my stop to break even on this. 50 goes. We have an 18 even target on Dave & Buster's, guys.
There we go, guys. Nicola. Boom! This day is just getting better. Now we're going to hit this money. Nicola now $1, $2, $1.25. Now in the money on Nicola. We also just absolutely crushed right there NVIDIA. We talked about that going long on NVIDIA right here. So we crushed that. We go long at $50 and 20 cents. 520.18. What's my price? 520.19. Beautiful move upside. Take that smooth dollar on that one. Stop phoning me. I don't have time to answer a phone call right now. Making moves to the upside. 522, 523. Watch out for this big time movement here. Nicola, $1.35 in the money. NVIDIA, $1 in the money. Walmart, $2 in the money. And AMD, you told me not to short it, and I did not listen. So we get in, get out there for the loser. But yeah, let's go NVIDIA. Who cares about AMD? NVIDIA, Walmart, and Nicola. This is how we do it live. tradertv.live.
All the live. It's all about the live action for you guys. Turning around a little bit is going to be, well, attempting to anyways, Cassava Sciences. It's going to be at 560. I talked about 550. Take some shares out in front of it. I'm going to hang on to these. Now I'm going to keep my, I'm gonna move my stop, but not very much. It was at 605 to begin with, but I am gonna break it back down to about 6 even. Sort of splitting hairs a little bit. Plays in the money. That's Dave & Buster's. SPAC short is in the money. I have a $16 target on SPAC. Again, this is just sort of going back to this wick here off of the open. 1603 bottom. If it tries to turn around shy of that, that's fine. We'll just get out of it. I am gonna move my stop to break even. I was gonna give it 10 to 15 cents. Now we don't have to. It can't turn into a losing trade for us here on this back short. Brennan, what do you got?
Just watching Alphabet here, guys. Google having quite a day. 2.6% to the upside. Just saw a headline that said YouTube is also working on a short form video platform as well, guys.
Boom. Yeah, I mean, this has just been a big opportunity here. Unfortunately, we didn't get it all out on NVIDIA, so if we do crack below 519 or so, let's get out of NVIDIA. But, whatever. This is trading for you. Sometimes you're going to have the losers. Sometimes you're going to have the monster winners. But look, I mean, we're so happy with how we treated this one. The news just came right out. We got the majority out right here, trying to figure out what it was. Get some out at 140. What a move up on Walmart. There's still so much room to go on this, but for right now, we'll just continue with it. Nicola moving to the upside. There goes NVIDIA flushed out. So back to flat on that name. We'll give it the last 20% back down here somewhere. It'll be a negative trade on NVIDIA if we get out at 517, but we got to give NVIDIA some kind of love to the downside here. But yeah, big time move there on Walmart. 517.25 looks like it'll break. We got to get out of this NVIDIA, but we should have held. We still are short AMD, so kind of a good thing here. Short AMD, long NVIDIA, working out sort of.
I'm going to hit this one because I haven't done it in a while, and we'll go with the hockey slapshot action. I have literally no idea where they're at in the playoffs, and I guess they're not at the cup yet. I don't know who's in it because I haven't been following, quite frankly, but we can hit the slapshot. Quick little scalp trade. We talked about this break at 81.50 on Peloton. I told you guys 82 first level takes them out. I still think it has a shot if it can bounce off of 81 to 81 quarter. It can maybe get back up to that 82.50 mark, but this is one of those where you have to have an initial target, and the reason why is These little snap fail breaks, it's a negative on the day stock, so overall sentiment is the other way. That's why you get in and get out. Scalp trade, we try to identify before we get into trade like we did here. What are our targets? Where do we think it can go? Where might it turn around? And that's the reason why you do so, because top wick and then it snaps back in. So even if it turns and breaks 81, what we've done is save ourselves a bunch of money. If you get stubborn, you run into some trouble, guys. So there goes Peloton. I'll get back over to play in a second. But it's 1760, 1775 is my next target. So yeah, it broke 1750 finally. I'm in the money 30 pennies on that one. I'm looking for 75 and then 18 even to the upside. Peloton has to hold 81s. If it does, I think we get that retest of 82 even.
Yeah, I want to say thank you to everybody for the shout outs on all the fake accounts out there trying to be me. But look, flattery is a great impression, is a great form of flattery. So thank you so much to everybody who's reporting those fake Twitter accounts. We are on that as well. Okay, NVIDIA, that one we fell down on, so whatever. Took some profits there, should have took them all out. Was just so happy with that Walmart trade. So we did wind up getting out of NVIDIA. Nikola, of course, that's the banger. I mean, look, we get lucky on the Walmart trade, but there's really no luck on Nikola. We go short there, then we go long on this name, and then we go all the way 34.60 and change on Nikola. Let's bring this down to a 3-minute chart here, and maybe we can try to figure out where we want to get out of this name. 34, okay, so we're almost right there. 35, not a bad spot. 35.30. I think this is kind of the top where we can maybe go today, 35.60. So if we can get anything back up here, 34.60 or so, let's get out of Nikola. But once again, man, another dollar winner. AMD, 30 cents in the money right now. That's what I mean. We're making the money on AMD that we lost on NVIDIA. So that's why my attitude is still pretty high right now on this one. So good movement on AMD, beautiful movement on Walmart. And yeah, sure, you get lucky on that one, but we were protecting this VWAP. You see what VWAP is doing now. It's moved all the way up here. So we'll wait on this news. I think it's great news for Walmart shareholders. I'm a big shareholder in Walmart as well, and just crushed it. The number one stock today for either Neil or myself, of course, is Walmart. Big trade alert.
Watching out for this 1675er on play, Dave and Buster's. Guys, just taking you back, of course, we took this break for multiple reasons. 1730 triple top here, but also going back into a significant level on Thursday's price action. If it gets through that 75, it's this chop in front of 18 that's been the target, and that's why. So you lay it out there, you have an idea of where you think it might go to. Of course, it's already put in a massive dip buy, but that didn't hold any support I was looking at, so I wasn't actually involved in it. Brendan's got some news for us.
Not sure why I haven't seen this one yet. Trevenna, Biofarm stock here. Trevenna up 15% today, guys. It was, who was it again? Let me double check. Guggenheim initiating coverage with a buy on TRVN, up about 15%. Just broke $2 there. Decent volume coming in as well, guys.
Oh, funny Elizabeth Miller there. Maybe you could send a picture. Yeah, there was a Twitter pic there of a goat and me on. We went to a great little orchard there, and I just want to show it to everybody else because you mentioned it here. Here's the picture of the goat. So there we go. And then we tagged Trader TV Brendan, the true goat right there. So there we go. And we are up, Brendan, in your neck of the woods. I don't know if you know Dixie Orchard or not, but right there up in Brampton. All three of us from Brampton. So I don't know, sometimes that's a good thing and sometimes that's a bad thing. If you're from Brampton, you know what I'm saying. $1.50 now to the upside on Nikola. I think this is a decent spot. Let's get out right now. 34.70 if we can do that. And we'll ring the old register once again and give you guys, I don't know where they got this from, but here's another wink coming your way. Oh, not bad. We'll wink that one out. There's another winner for you, brought to you by yours truly. Let's just keep Nikola going upside and see if we get out right now. 34.50. I'll take it. Now, nice little $1.70 win here on Nikola. What's up, B?
Speaking of Nikola, guys, Muddy Waters just out saying that the response to the Hindenburg note last week is, quote, so poor. So Muddy Waters, another significant short seller, coming up backing the Hindenburg note still. But yeah, 7% for Nikola today, guys.
You got Hindenburg, you got Cintron, and you got Muddy Waters as well. I want to get to TRVN. Brendan, you just mentioned this name here. A bit of a breakout through the 50 period, but also $2 even where it's holding right now. A couple of levels to keep in mind here. 215, if it breaks through there, I'm also watching 250 to the upside. At this time of day, if I see a parabolic move that's already started to sell off, my first thought is, what are some of the levels you want to pay attention to? If it turned at 210 and 215 is a significant level, the short could be on. Holds below 2 even, that could mean retracement trade. I like the fact that the volume was tapering off, although it is picking up now. I'm not going to use this 210 as an out. I would allow it to even break it by a few pennies and use 215 as a potential out, and then reverse to the long side. If it breaks 215, 250, which I just identified, would be my obvious target to the upside on that. So a couple ideas here. I will short it on any move back up to 210. I'll then reverse long at 215 into a 250 level on TRVN. Just had this one added, and we got free shorts, which I always love.
Yeah, I'm just messaging Greg to see if he saw that Walmart move there. Okay, so Nikola, there it is, $1.70 now in the money, and we took it out. So falling money down on Nikola. We talked about that one. That's a positive stock for us today. So nice little move there for Nikola. I mean, look at it. Bang, bang. There it is. Beautifully structured trade. We really like that. We did go short and out, and people say, hey, Sean, how the hell do you have 210 fills today? Yeah, because we're scalping, and that's what I do here all day, every day. Just scalp in and out, take that profit when we can. And we're trading with direct market access here through Day Trade the World. So some order types we actually get rebates for if we are able to be passive on those orders. And some you even get small little fees for removing liquidity and being active with that order type as well. So definitely a benefit here. Nikola still up that 3%, or 8.43%. I got out partially, not because of that muddy waters, but when too many short sellers are all over you, that's not necessarily a good thing. But there it goes, right through 35. So did we miss that opportunity? I don't know, but we were long 33 out there for $1.50. We'll put that in our pipe and continue to smoke those kind of winners every day. All the winners have been pretty big today, so let's just keep on marching. Walmart still $1.50.
I'm going to hit the bullseye because you're going to trade like this today, Dave & Buster's. Very, very clean, triple top. I talked about the breakout through 30. Test that 50 area. We would take a third out there. Next target, of course, 1775. Getting some consolidation at that high. I just took another leg out in front of it. 18 is our ultimate target, so it's break even at 1730, or it's making the run to 18 even, and we'll have a nice little winner on for you there on play. I still also have Cassava Sciences, guys. I'm still going to be in this one to that south side trade. You are seeing it bounce off that 560 bottom. When you get a short like this, parabolic moves up, including this nasty one to 9 even. I know Brendan had this one at a fantastic price. I basically been short this all morning long. And until we break, for now 606, and then again eventually at 675, I'll probably stay net short. Even if that breaks 675, I'll be looking for an entry off of a 750 level. So Cassava, my number one stock, certainly today, and there's probably zero chance that I don't trade this in the afternoon or all day long here. Great one here, about to cross 80 million on the day in volume. Brennan, what do you got?
NANK West, NK on the NASDAQ, another immunotherapy type of company, signing in a license agreement for one of their treatments today that will see them expand the marketplace, obviously. So a nice day for them. 18%, just had a decent volume spike there as we broke day highs above 750. So kind of clearing this little pivot on the daily chart. So NK, another one moving, guys.
All right, NK, of course, Nantech West. And if you don't know that, now you know, but I didn't know that before either. So Nantech West, NK. Okay, so Oracle, we are short you now. Breaking through 59.75 here. It's just been a little bit of a bottom. We can go over and load up a 1 minute chart and see what we can do on this one. Here's the 1 minute chart on Oracle. It stopped a couple times here, down 59.75, finally breaking there. So we did take the short. We could revisit the low again, 59.30. Let's see if that does come into play. We're going to take a little bit out here, 71 or 72, I think. And like I said, we're just scalping, put some money in our pocket, reward ourselves. And then if we can get down into the 50s, we'll take a little bit more off. But right now, Oracle, we are short that name with a target out, maybe above 60 in change, just in case it gets going. I guess maybe shareholders thinking that what just happened with Walmart, maybe not great for Oracle. I don't know. Still so much to come on this. So what we're doing right now is just trading it. We've been destroying it to the short short side here today. So let's hold the short now on Oracle. We just took a little bit profit out. Look, only 4 cents, but we'll give it back to the downside here. The bottom of the day is 40. So let's get some out at 50. Here we go, ramping up right now. Just another win right now. Some money for everybody.
Yeah, VXRT, Vaxar going to get you quickly over here. Could be a failed break on here. Let's see what happens when it gets down to this level. Always look for the next level down. 690, 695, 715. Well, 710 was the actual break. So I have 13 to the long side. I'm not going to give it too far past that 90 mark. All manual trade for me here on level 2. If it turns around off 90, that's a reload price. That's where I'll get into more. If it breaks, you just take the 15 or 20 cent hit. 750 would be the next upside target if it does go. So the risk reward's there, but you can't let it travel too far past this price area. On a turn, I do want to add, but I got to be ready, locked and loaded in case this is a bit of a failed break. Got trailed out on SPAC as well, so watch that as it does get back up towards that 50 mark. I got out at break even, so you win on 2/3, break even on the last. Looks like it could be breaking to the upside on SPAC.
Okay, Oracle's out some there, 59s, out some 68s and so now we have half of our position left. It could be, again, this could be a dramatic loser if this wants to continue to go up. So we're going to get out at 60. I don't need to have happen to this stock what happened to Walmart, where it just takes off and I'm caught the wrong way. Walmart was the right way. We don't want to get caught the wrong way right now on Oracle. So this is very, very, I know the damage here. When you're trading it, it could get halted again, and we saw how bad the halt was for me the first time, Brendan, but we'll wait to see now what Oracle wants to do. We're trying to get some out. If I can get this down to 50, then we'll probably be out of the majority of this, Brendan. Take it.
Another oncology name to look at here, guys. Kura, K-U-R-A. I was just double checking the market cap there. 4.7% here, just took out day highs. Look at the volume that came in there at day highs, which is also recent highs. Nice looking daily chart here. So this entire group we mentioned, there's a number of them in play today. Here's another one, K-U-R-A. Guys.
So I'm just going to show you visually here what happened in SPAC. So it does get to that 45 mark. That was break even for me. It couldn't test down and touch me at that 16. That was our target. Got maybe a little bit greedy on this one. It only came like 4 or 5 cents away. Probably should have had that one out instead of getting break even on the last third. If it does break above 1650, do watch out. Like VWAP, 1675 area, you have to watch. Vaxart for now has held. I want to get you guys back to this one. So for now, it's held some consolidation. That's where you pick up that little dip buy. When I do a breakout trade this time of day, I always leave some on board in case it consolidates at a lower level, improve my price. Always going to give it to something like an 85. If it goes, it's going to be a failed breakout for me on Vaxar. I just feel like at this point, if it goes further than this, the squeeze would definitely be on. And if you look at the daily chart, there's definitely, look, there's a 7 to 50 level, and past that, definite room to run to 850. That's why the upside is worth it. I'm probably going to be looking short. If 85 does not hold, you know I like to short these ones up 30%, and Vaxart has been under pressure since 18. I just like that little round out, so we take a shot at the long.
Walmart, yeah, we're trading all the big names on the big cap side of things here. Walmart, what is that? 138 okay, this is NVIDIA. We're just having another look at NVIDIA just to see what that wanted to do. It looks like Oracle's going to take back $60 there. 138.40, this is not a horrible spot. I don't mind going long if we get above 138.70 again. So we are very, very light now on Walmart. Not very light, extremely light. We have 5% of our position left. We get out when this happens, and what a perfect out that was basically to the upside there. So we'll hold it all the way back down here again. If we can get long one more time down here, we'll do it. 137.60 or so, it's coming back in. I'd love to get that long, and if not, if it wants to take out this top one more time, we'll do that again. 138.70 there. As more news comes out about this deal, maybe it can just get ramped up even more. So 138.70 long on Walmart, but I am debating, well, not debating, I'm going to do it once I'm done talking. 137.50 or so. If we can get some longs in this area, I do like it. That's where we're long right now.
Yeah, Tesla broke 400, by the way, guys. So bit of a miss there for me. I actually get 470, not a very, very clean price. We'll give it back down to like a 98 or so on a secondary break. It's going to be, of course, being one of our best trades today. Sava is going to be number one, but Tesla a close second on the initial break at 391. We talked about 404 to 405. I'm definitely taking some profit out in front of those levels psychologically. When 2000 broke, 2020 was a bit of a number that we had to watch. watch. So do the math. That's 404 split adjusted. Going to watch that one. As that's in the money for us, I have to watch via Vaxart here. It's trying to make this nice little hold here off of 95. It goes past 85. I'm kaput on that long break. I do feel like there's a chance if it does get past that previous breakout price, might have to take some out in front of the quarter. 750 would be the next level up after that. If it breaks 750, Vaxart, could actually go to the moon. So watch out. There was like $9 would be the next level up. Brendan, what do you got?
Another one here, guys. Geren Corporation, G-E-R-N. Big spike there on volume. Looks like they're presenting at a conference right now. So this is a biopharmaceutical company, late stage cancer treatment as well. So they're presenting some data at a conference. It said today, so I'm assuming now, as far as the volume that's coming in. Just took out $2 there. G-E-R-N up 10%, guys.
G-E-R-N. Okay. Crap, like what do I want to do with Oracle right now? $60, I'm debating. I want to stay on names that are moving. So, there we go. We got out of it. That's basically washed. That's fine. We did talk about that, getting out of that in the 50s. I kind of still like this kind of a break here, $60.35. It does have legs to get back going. So I do not mind trading through Oracle right now, but it's pretty choppy. Needless to say, it's kind of just bouncing around at these levels. So I think if you're playing a breakout, maybe late on this. So I don't know, $60 right now and 25 cents. We'll try it once again, but size pushing this thing around. 30 million shares done so far today. So watch out here for Oracle. Little bit choppy, not a little bit, very choppy at these levels. So we're either going to play a breakout here of $60.30, or we'll wait to see if it comes back downside. But for now, we're out of Oracle. One of the top stocks here today. Obviously, Walmart's going to be my number one stock. We just get out on that retracement back up for another profitable trade. So now we're going to wait for this one. 138.70 on Walmart. Hammer time.
I should have hit that Tesla one the first time we hit that trade. A little bit of electricity through here. But watch out, 402, massive iceberg. I just got out some of my shares at 402. Joining that party was a big iceberg that was just selling it off. Couldn't get it any further than that so far. I'm going to go with continuing that little theme on a pullback. If it breaks 399, I'll look for another trade here. We'll take a win on the first half and then a hit on the second half. The second trade will be flat, or at least no worse than flat. If it does hold this little 99, give it like a buck or two to that downside, then we can make that move to 405. But that was a very, very strong hold at 402. There was a big seller that definitely stepped up and asserted some pressure. That's why I'm going to take profit. We scalp sometimes. We have direct market access, so I can go into this level too and see someone holding it up. And I'll tell you, even when it would break, there was still some dark orders that were filling at 402 that entire time. So a big seller that was not exhausted. That's why it takes them out. And Tesla cannot now turn into a losing trade. Still going to be one of our top stocks of the day. My number one stock of the day, however, is Cassava Sciences. It is pulling back up towards that 6 even mark, guys. So might have to take this one off once again. It wasn't nearly as big a trade as we had in the morning, at least the first short or even the second short. But we took a shot here when it tried to roll over at 6. Got a bunch out between 560 and 580. So it was good, but each time you play on a move like this, it's likely to be a little bit more shallow each time. And that's why I tighten things up. Make sure we don't turn a winning trade into a losing trade. If it does test 675, that's the next level I'm looking up. I'd short it one time there. 750, I'd short it again. That was our initial entry price in the pre-market, guys. But watch out, Tesla. That 402 seller was no joke.
AMD right now, 50 cents in the money off this. Still the same short all the way up here. We've been holding this for a while, waiting for it to get down. We've been talking negatively about AMD for a while. Not the stock itself, just the action that's been happening there over the last couple days. But we do know that this name can get going. So a break of 78.25. We'll dump half of what's left for that 40 cents and then make our moves back to the upside on that one as well. A name that I always traded or have traded a lot in the past, obviously, has been Uber. And then today, let's find this. I like the Uber one here. Let's see if I can find it. Nope, it's not there. Where is the Uber? Let's take an Uber ride. I cannot find it. There it is. Here it is. Uber. There we go. We'll hail that cab right now. I guess it's not a cab. I guess it is a cab. 37.75 Uber at the high spot of the day right now. Up that 2% and looking to crack through. This is a nice little level. This is near highs for Uber. I don't know what the 52-week high is. It's pretty close to that, near 50 on that. Uber, of course, had a big drastic move down during all this pandemic, which makes a lot of sense. But right now looking to break through the high. I don't know about this 94. That was like right away. So I'm not really going to take that as the high. I'm more looking right here at 75 for an uber high and an uber long. So let's go long here on Uber if we can get that going through right now. 75. We like it. It's 11:30. Still lots to go here on Uber. Nikola falling back down. That was a great out.
Yeah, as much as I'm going to be another nice win here on Tesla, got shook out. Like I always like to say, I got shook like it was Allen Iverson breaking the ankles on Vaxhard. Look, it ultimately might be a good out. If it doesn't retake the high, it's going to seem like one. But every now and then you're going to make bottom wick on a move. That's going to happen here. You'll see if this is the low all afternoon, that was me that made that bottom getting out of the long. If you held through and it takes out the top, 750 was the target up, 8 even was the next one to the upside. My rule has been broken, so I am out of this trade. Just in the money in play, Dave & Buster's and in Tesla, both longs. Usually I got something onto the short side. I got to find something for us, but Brendan's got a name. What do you got?
Guys, we were talking about Credit Suisse right at the open this morning, right out of the gate. CS, very, very strong. If I flip over to this one as well, UBS right out of the gate, also very, very strong. Multiple sites now reporting that these two companies, UBS and Credit Suisse, could be talking mega merger, would be the largest deal ever, apparently, in the financial space. So nothing has happened or nothing finalized yet, but Credit Suisse and UBS discussing things. Guys.
Well, if there's anything to it, I'm just going to go to the daily. Look at this 1131 top it has right now. Look at it on the daily chart. Have a look at what we're watching here on the 15. Yeah, well, I figure if news does break to the positive end of this, you might as well just grab and jump the breakout long. It's got so much liquidity here that it could just be worth it. It's not as if you take it and it doesn't go, lots of liquidity to be able to get out. And if there is positive news, you're going to have caught it a little bit early on. So watch out for updates, of course, keep your ear to the ground. But I have no problems putting an order, stop order long through the high of day. I'm going to get you guys back to Tesla in just a quick second. But Dave & Buster's, we did take this long 1730 break. It did track and got very close to that $18 mark. Got to like 85 or so, but I've already taken some off in front of 75. I will move my stop up one more time. It was at break even. I'm now going to move it to 1750. So, this last third will be a winner no matter what. It's either going to give me just in front of 18 so we can get like a 60-cent winner on play, or we'll go with like 15 cents that we'll lock in terms of profit. 1730 break. We got 33s on the long. Very, very simple top and trade here for you guys. It actually never even goes against you. Maybe like a couple of pennies on a pullback and nothing into our stop level, which is down at 1720.
Okay. All right. What's up, Valeria? We'll check in with her soon to find out how many likes we have. So if you guys can hit that like or that subscribe, then that would be fantastic, and we'll make Miss V pretty happy. Kodak getting their review, a review on one of their loans. It's not doing, or on the loan, I guess, that they got from the U.S. government. It's not doing anything right now. We're going to give it back to 37 or so. We did punch short just to see if anything was going to happen there. That's basically the very bottom. It's not a very heavy trade. We're going to give it back to here just to see if Kodak wants to make some magic happen right now. But Valeria always making that magic. And let's see, how many likes, Valeria, do we have?
Well, Sean, we're just 400 likes away from reaching our daily goal, 2,000 likes. So guys, please like the video if you haven't yet and support your trading family. Back to you, Sean.
All right, we'll take it. Here goes Kodak now. We'll just see. It's not really giving too much here, but we are short 28. So if this bottom can collapse on it, then yeah, probably 6. We did have some bunched up areas down here at 610, 612. We will take some out if we get to 615. We'll take that 13 pennies or so. Let's just sit on the bid and see if it crashes back down. But right now, it looks like a slap shot winner here for Kodak. It's only 2 cents in the money. But again, depending on the shares you use, it's not horrible, not horrible. We're still short AMD. That's 40 plus pennies now in the money. We did take some out up here at 27. So right now, short Kodak and short AMD Advanced Micro Devices.
Yeah, and I'm gonna take a trade at some point in this name here, guys. IMMU, and of course that $88 cash deal, but just it's having a lot of trouble finding a bid here. Been selling off all morning. Obviously some concerns over this deal getting done, maybe some antitrust issues. But I'm looking at this bottom here, this higher low. It's put in at 84.50. If that goes, I'm gonna join the party, selling this name here for you guys. Tesla back to basically flat. It's trying to hold this 400. Now, we talked about this a couple of times on a 400 break, that 405 could be a resistance point. 404, 405. It turns out 402 had a big seller. For now, I'll scalp some out, like I said, for like a $1.30 winner for the first half. If it does take 402, I'm just going to take the rest out in front of 405. I talked about a 405 being a break on its own anyway, so that's going to be the plan. So you see it in the money for me here on Tesla. You see Dave & Buster's also holding in the money for us. It's trying to get to that $18 mark. A couple of longs that we have on here, and I will add IMMU to that level. If you didn't take the 400 break on Tesla, when this 402 level breaks, I would just be very, very careful with any stop orders. I have seen that 402 seller get taken out altogether. The spread opens up, and then you can see the offer go to like 20 or 30, but there's no clean break. It doesn't actually trade through. This time, there is a bid through 402, so it looks a little bit better. Let's see if we can't get another win here in Tesla. It's probably only going to be $3 or $4 on this next break, because I've been anticipated 404, 405 was that next level up. Couple of longs on Tesla, a couple of nice wins here for you, Brendan. What do you got?
Just wanted to update, guys. Still looking for this DNLI, Denali Therapeutics. I'm not really seeing anything in the way of catalyst on this, but there is definitely news out on this. So we'll let you know as soon as we find it. But yeah, another high here. Just took out the high on DNLI. Now 7.5%. Big time levels coming into play here on the daily chart, guys.
Should have just taken another name that's actually moving, but not to the upside, to the downside. And Codex down 11%. I should say, again, it's not the first time you've seen Codex sell off like this. It is worth noting, going into last week, it made a really, really nice bottom in and around $8, ramping up the entire week, and then turning around at 14. Rather heavily today, you can see it's retracing some of that move. So as you work your way back, worth probably watching this bottom break at 1180. I'll be back probably on the south side of this if indeed Codex is back to selling. And you see in the daily chart that I showed you, you've seen today's action. It's in a clear downward trend. So if you can use that recent 14 top, start shorting it this week. I'm now watching 1180 for a breakdown on Kodak. Tesla in the money, a couple of dollars, like I said, looking for about $3 or $4. 404 to 405, I expect to be some resistance.
I was just stopped in the hallway by a trader and said that he was a big fan of mine. And I said, I'll talk to him after the show. Got to go back to the show. So what's up? We didn't even really catch his name. So we'll catch it that after. It was while passing there. So that's always nice. That kind of made my day right there. Okay, Uber is the next one to go right now. We'll see if that's making moves to the upside there. Uber right now trying to go. As you can see, 37.75. We like that as the S&P right now coming downside, but Uber going up. That could be a good sign, Brendan. What's up, bud?
Just watching Pfizer here, guys. There was a little headline on Pfizer. It looks like they've now enrolled 29,000 people in their next COVID-19 trial. That is up from 25,000, which was their expected enrollment number. So 2.5% here. Pfizer kind of banging along day highs here. So a nice look for PFE, guys.
Yeah, definitely a good look for them. Good look for PLAY. We'll sort of stack up the money in this trade. Every now and then you're going to get a plan of action that it's just not that difficult to follow. Not all trades are going to be that easy in structure when it's a breakout. But each level, first 50, then 75, and then 18, in nice, easy succession to the upside. There was one pullback that might have been worth playing into our break-even price. At that point, I'd only taken a small third out in 1750. It had looked like some significant resistance. Either way, Dave & Buster's, a nice one. Tesla cannot sustain the move. So we talked about that 400 break, 404, 405 could be resistance. 402 turns out to be that resistance. But like I said, scalp some out, because when it looked that weak, well, not weak, when that seller looked that strong at 402, I kind of thought to myself, got to take some profit out. If it hits your stop, this way you're break even on that second trade and you're not throwing away the money from the initial 391 break. But no joke of a seller at 402 on Tesla. 400 break we thought could have some problems. Turns out that was true.
Just having a quick look here to see what we're going to do with some of these positions. Yeah, so Kodak there, we did see that move down. We did talk about that coming through to 26. So that news has already been hit. So probably not a good one. We're still going to hold it till 37. The news on the review of the loan, obviously not super important there as it's not moving the stock. So we will wait on that one. And again, this is going to be a 7-cent risk now to the upside, and then we'll take it out if we can get into the teens here. But it looks like that's not going to do anything to the stock today. So, okay, that is Kodak. Just want to bring you up to that date on that one. AMD is doing what it normally does. And if I continue to see this, then I need to keep reloading on these shorts. And I don't know, it just keeps going, popping up here to 50, dropping back down. And right now, yeah, 78.61 looks like a decent area to begin the short again. But every time I do that, it tends to get to the upside, and then I hammer it back down. So what I'm trying to let it happen here, that's why I'm holding a small bit of this. What I'm trying to let happen is let it see if it can fade back up, then bang it to the downside once again. So we'll see if we can get back up 78.70. Then if we break down below 78.65 or so, we will continue on that short. So all is well in AMD land, one of the top stocks today.
All is looking well for Cassava if it's going to make any kind of a break off of this level. If you're holding along, it's worth noting how good this bottom has been. 6 even's about to go, but I got to go over to Smile Direct Club because it's approaching that 12 even breakout, potential breakout that we liked. Not necessarily going to go, but if it does go, we're looking at the daily chart here. You can sort of look at it as a 3 days in a row, this being the third that we're testing this 12 even area. If it does break, I like this one. I think it's got a really good shot to retest towards those 15 highs that you saw earlier in the year. It's taken a while to get back. But this could be an interesting first step. Today's action pretty solid, but 11.50 was a good break. 12 even was the one I liked a little bit better. If it does try to pull back in, I would like something a little bit closer to like this 11.25. If you look at it as maybe like tomorrow, maybe in the afternoon. 11.25 was support. Like actually got broken last week, but it reasserted itself this morning. So 12 even break, pull back 11.25. I like a little bit more than 11.50, but Smile Direct on the move, guys.
I want to give big ups here to Marlon here, talking about, oh, you made 2K with me on JP Morgan. Okay, good. What I was trying to say, he can only say thank you. That's fantastic. This is the key, what I'm talking about right now. Marlon, right here. Biggest loss since watching was 300. Biggest win was over 4K. That's exactly what we're talking about there. Good management for sure on your trades, and hopefully we can get that 4K number higher as well. But remember, it's not about how much money you make or you lose. You got to trade properly, and as long as you understand your ins and your outs, share size is just a matter of trading to try to make, what kind of income levels you're looking to get at. As you get better, you can increase your share size and start to make some real money. But it looks like you're already doing that, Marlon, with that $4,000 win. That's a nice trade, and glad you made that money with JP Morgan as well. So some of our traders definitely seem to be making a lot of money, which is nice for everybody out there. We love the support and continue to get it from you. So thank you so much. We're back here every single day, 9 to 12. We also have our Market Wisdom channel, which is actually a good time for me to bring this up. Journey today is Brendan's. And so you want to find out about the trader journey, watch this. You can see Neil's is already up. No one cares about mine. But here is Brendan right now today. So definitely check that out. I did not hit that, but he is the GOAT. And we already have talked about that. I saw the GOAT this weekend, and he did whisper in my ear to take it easy on Brendan there because, there's lots of action in the market, and Brendan keeps bringing it to us. So thank you so much for all of that. Kodak almost near that kill spot of 37. Kind of a silly trade. We hoped that there was something behind that story of the investigation into the loan, but nothing on that.
Yeah, just going to show you a reason why you have to have an out in a stock. And SPAC, look, it was a reversal. It was a decent short. We made some money on it. But we had to have a break-even stop as it looked like it was holding that higher low down at 16.20. Here it is retesting 17 even. Watch out, 17.50 top. And I did get into TRVN. It just broke back up towards that 210 mark. So short at 207. We're using the high of day. But there's also a 215 level. That's where I would break out long, not at 210, the current high. So TRVN, new position alert for me. Brendan, what do you got?
This time of day, we look at volume leaders, guys. Here comes one. Kintera Therapeutics, recent addition on the NASDAQ going back to, looks like August 20th. This is all-time highs up here for this thing. Nice little spike through to all-time highs at 190 there as well. They had a big offering they announced this morning in the pre-market, but straight higher anyways, a little bit late to the party this morning for KTRA, guys.
Okay, Kodak is out there, fine. We get out at 37. It's going to be a small hit, so we will barbecue up our Kodak shares right now, and not for profitable spot at all. But NVIDIA was another name I was looking at here. I'm just going to let you guys know. Hit the page up, you get to the next one. Where's my order? 15.17 through 15.18 right here. If NVIDIA gets going, I do like this. There's a lot of garbage here. We can clear this and get upside and get going there. But makes the bottom of 5.13. That's pretty low there. Would have loved to grab that. This is not going to be a huge trade. We're trying to play the momentum, but look at the ES right now. Coming back down on this 1 minute chart. So if we don't get into NVIDIA, we don't get into it, and that would be fine. We still have the AMD short, which I like a little more than NVIDIA, obviously. So we'll wait for 517.50 here on a possible break of NVIDIA. We are going to go long. I do like the name. I do think we can get back upside, especially if the NASDAQ goes. This name will lead the way. So that's NVIDIA. Microsoft.
Oh, as you say that, you talk about the NASDAQ, and we talked about the futures here. Arun came on mentioning it is worth noting you should be rolling if you're following the futures, you should have rolled your contracts over to the Z contract, both on the ES and the NQ. Of course, actually at Friday will be the official expiration, but the Z contract will be doing more volume. It started doing more volume on Friday's session. So you'll see in my chart, I got the NQ up here and I have the ES as well that Brennan mentioned. So if you're watching that, do make that change. You've seen it in the past. We'll start talking about price levels and you're like, why is it a different price? It's because you're watching the incorrect contract. The forward contract should be doing more volume. This KTRA, of course, Brendan just mentioned it popping up on the radar here. I'm watching a $2 level just because it's a psychological area. There is a volume spike, but not much continuation. So if it does fail to break an even dollar, it's made one parabolic move. Let's see if it can't come back in. I don't really see a ton of action. You look at level 2, see how sleepy it is, guys. So I'd probably need to see it spike up, make a real test of 2 even on volume, roll over, and then you may be looking for a short. I'm not seeing any of that happen right now, but it is lunchtime. You got to watch out for some of these key levels as they start to come in. I do want to jump us very quickly back to Tesla. We talked about the 400 break. It's going to be a good stock for me. I think discipline was sort of the name of the game here. It's sideways choppy action on that 400 break. And if it eventually breaks down, this is a failed breakthrough 400, 402, that seller holds, it could be down in the low 90s very, very quickly. You don't want to have that happen to you buying at this time of the day on a breakout and then giving it that much room, especially when I thought the whole way that 404 and 405 was more of a target. That gives you like $2, $3, $4 worth of upside. So I'm not going to give that one all the way down to $10. Wouldn't have made a heck of a lot of sense. Certainly the first breaks at 87 and then 91, they were worth a little bit more. This 400, we said, and we talked about this on our watch list, Tesla, that 400 break could run into trouble. 2020 was an issue when 2000 originally broke.
6.38 here. We're just going to wait out this trade on Kodak. We still have some. We got rid of 3/4 of it up there at 637, still holding out for a 6 bottom. We can make it all back if it does come here, but it was not a very big trade, so we're not worried about it. I just want to give everyone a little bit of an update that we still do have, because you're going to see it on my board, Kodak. So we still do have the short at 28. The only positions I have on, those are correct. It is AMD short and Kodak short. So that's good. And today's been a pretty decent day, and it's been decent enough that we've been hitting some of our fruit salad today. So today's actually fruit salad is pretty nice. As we go, some green grapes here. Today's a good one. We've been hammering it a little bit. The cantaloupe is in there as well. I love blueberries. I don't know, they must be in season around here. Blueberries, very, very tasty right now. But okay, that's enough about blueberries and more about trading. So I hope you guys are enjoying your fruit salad. We haven't been, oh my God, this is still so heavy. We've been very, very bad on our Trader Nation. Hydration Nation levels here. So let's start crushing this. And I advise everybody to hit up that water. Look at the ES right now, falling to the downside right here. Good movements, 4 or 5 handles down. AMD, still that 50-cent winner, right back to the downside here. We're still holding this. That's why we're holding it. We realize it's weak. The ES is heated today, so maybe we can get this out very, very soon. But hey, the roller coaster ride continues. Just another 70-cent win on AMD, guys.
Yeah, I said that this one was going to look pretty ugly, and if it holds up, and it looks like it is holding up, and by up I mean Vaxar to the upside. We had a breakout trade. I gave you live from me. Expected a pullback that would have retested that mid-80s. It did. It tried to consolidate. I took more long as planned, but when it broke the bottom, I just got to get out. That's the style of trade when I'm looking at a breakout. You got to have an out. If I didn't have one, yeah, it would have won out for me. And yes, would have made like $1, would have been a fantastic win. I'd be celebrating. Only you shouldn't be celebrating. If you have rules that work for you and you break them and it wins, it doesn't mean you made a good trade. You made a positive trade, but not necessarily a good one. You got to stick to your plan, got to have some rules in there. But Vaxart, just worth noting here, I did mention this before. If it got through like 750, the next level up was right around this like 830, 840 range, and then 9 even psychological level. So I'm not necessarily saying this one is done. It is a parabolic move that turned hard. If it had turned at the levels I was watching that 830, I definitely would have jumped short, but it did go shy of what I was anticipating. That's why I didn't jump in on this retracement trade. Usually something I would do, just didn't see it here on Vaxart.
Yeah, I see you guys talking about blueberries. Yeah, there are some delicious blueberries right now in Ontario, and one of our viewers there mentioned some. That's here it is, Rusty Hill right now in DC. Bought some delicious Canadian blueberries. Yummy. Okay, I hope that's where ours are from anyways here in Canada. But okay, let's move on. 40 cents, that AMD trade, still doing it. We're not doing anything on that one. I am looking to go more NVIDIA here. I was really sort of hoping that we could get down to this 513 level on this ES break. It doesn't look like it wants to do it. So maybe it's still going to be pretty strong upside right now. That is NVIDIA. Just going to try to find out a spot where we can get involved. We may use this very bottom here of 515 as a little bit of a crutch, but it's just not enough space. What's up, Brendan?
Just saw Overstock, guys. Another decent day for Overstock. This had quite the wild ride last week. If you remember, the T0 news was the catalyst for this. We were as low as 65, as high as almost 90. It's back to 71 here. Interesting spot, kind of pre-market highs coming into play. Right now, 71.5 for Overstock. It's up 10% today, guys.
Again?
Ay.
Overstock, I mean, what a volatile name. Now, this is a chop that it's been in, however. Look, you got to 130 and then got cut in half. And then since making that bottom at 60, you are seeing wild swings, almost 10% every day. Since making that bottom, you got to watch out for that 60, 61 area bottom. It's over 10% from there. But if it were ever to break, I'd be taking that one to the south side on the day that it does. To the upside, it really needs to test two things first. Last week we talked about 80 and then that 87 area. So those are the two levels to the upside. Now, the problem is you're 10% away. This is in the middle of that range, which makes it a tricky trade for me. So I'm probably not going to be involved in Overstock, but it's going to stay on my list. It'll be on my quote board all week long, especially if it goes back down towards that 60 level. Going to be all over that one for you guys. I just looked at Tesla again here. I just want to keep our eye on it because it is still holding the top end of this range. So there is a chance that it breaks. I like 405 probably a little bit better than if it takes out this 402.75. It's just every time it breaks this 02, it goes a few pennies and comes back in, goes a little farther than comes back in, breaks 02 again and then comes back in. So it needs to be a definitive break, I think, at this point. Otherwise, you're looking to have to hold this 399. That's where I got stopped out. Didn't go too much further than that. So a lot of trickery going on in this range that I don't want to be involved in. It's got to be a clean break out of it, guys.
All right, making that money back right now, slaying NVIDIA a little bit. We just got a nice little bottom there of 514.21. You won't believe this, but my other bid was at 513.65. That would have been pretty sweet, man. That'd be $3 now in the money on NVIDIA on a little bit of a retracement back. So now we have $1.70 in the money on this name. $2 now in the money long, 514.21 on NVIDIA. Just thinking if we can get back to this level, 517. Let's put an offer out here right now. See if we can't take a smooth $2.50 right now. Bang, we can't say it too loud. We don't want to get in trouble here, but we have the real barrel. Woohoo! Going upside right now on NVIDIA. Check out these buys down here, guys. 514.15. I told you we'd like to get it into 513, so there it is. We take that trade, and now watch this blowing to the upside there. Darn it, we were just missed. We were at 65. It got as low as 72 there, so missed it by 7 or 8 cents. A much bigger reload would have happened down here as well, averaged in, but we're not going to take that stock and not get out as NVIDIA, nice little $2.50 win right there. Feeling a little Superman-ish right here. NVIDIA, we go long again, 517.74.
Watch out for SPAC here. Just made a test through 17 even. Look, I'm looking at a 1750 break. It's that high-end range. I don't want to take it shy of that, have it fail to get through the top, and then roll back over. That would be like a short entry type of thing for me. So if it was an entry that I might think about going short, it's not a long entry until we get to 1750. Go to that higher time frame. Look at the daily chart. If you catch a break here on SPAC, next level's up, that 1850 and then to the moon, basically. 20 even, 2150. Again, Brennan brought us the news live here. Is a rumor of a deal possibly with Apple. We don't have anything confirmed, but it is on the move. 12% to the upside, 1750 break from there. Look for about $1 worth of a target. I would take some out in front of 18 for psychological reasons. Only 5 minutes to go, everybody. I know, Monday is moving a little bit fast for us. I just want to update you guys on one thing here. Anybody that's simply looking at either our watch list or probably any list that's going to go on volume or volatility, IMMU is up 100%. I have not made a single execution on this. It is for the first time actually showing a bit of a range that makes sense. I'm still looking at 84.50. It's an 88 cash deal that I will be selling through 84.50. It has all kinds of weakness today. Just not seeing not finding any kind of a bid till it got to 84. If it does want to hold this, maybe it's worth it at some point. You would think if this was a more firm deal, if it didn't have some concerns with it, that there would be some arbitrage buyers that would step in. That hasn't really happened until this 84.50 level. That's why if it breaks, I'm going short. I think some longs will be broken at that point, looking to get out. That's what I would be doing if I was long in front of it.
And here we go. We haven't done this yet today, but look at these buys here on NVIDIA. Bang, bang, out, out. I mean, whenever you're getting out higher than you're getting in, you know that's a decent trade. So 70 cents right now in the money on NVIDIA. And yeah, trying to make it up here again, 520.50. Wowzers, another dollar in the money right now on NVIDIA. So still making moves to the upside here as we're close to our highest spot of the day right now. So it's been a very, very good day for us. Uber looking like it wants to take out the top. It still has not done that. My order is still in there. So I don't know. Do I really like this or do I not right now at 12 o'clock? Maybe not, but we'll still try it if it does go through. We're not going to give it too much room, but Uber looking to take out the top here at 37.75 as we go. Still have that dollar in the money on NVIDIA. AMD's back to flat and Kodak is doing nothing. So big day today. Hope you enjoyed the show. Yeah, and it's the beginning of a week. This week could be spicy. You see what's happening today. The NASDAQ up 2.5%. How high can this thing go? You never know, but we're going to keep trading it all day, every day here. Even as the show ends, we still continue to trade, guys.
Yeah, I mean, the NASDAQ might make a breakthrough that high. If Tesla can get through 405, it just turned on a dime. 405 even just got held, and you can see here, held for a few minutes now there. So 405 was a break that we liked. If you're still hanging on to it, fantastic. Maybe we get to that magical 420 mark that everyone is always in love with, guys. So that's the only trade I'll be taking here. If we get a 405 break on Tesla, I'll take another shot in. I don't know if we're going to get it before the end of the show with only 2.5 minutes. Everybody, I'm not sure there's much of anything on the earnings board. Probably next to nothing. But I did want to note there is an IPO everyone should be paying attention to. Snowflake is going to be coming through on Wednesday. I know a lot of you guys are watching out for it. Really, I hope we can trade that one live. But we're ready for what National Day it is today, and this is a weak spot of mine. Wow, it's making me hungry right here. Valeria, what do you got?
I agree, Neil, but first of all, trading family, thank you very much for a great start of a trading week. I hope you're all doing well. If you didn't subscribe yet, please do it right now and join the best trading community on the YouTube. And of course, like this video. We are away just 200 likes from reaching 2,000. So please, if you didn't like this video, just spend 1 second of your time and make us a little bit happier. And guys, go watch next video about Brandon's trading journey and happy Filled Donut Day.
Filled donuts, yeah, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I'll pretty much take any kind of a donut, especially an apple fritter. But there you go. That's one of my vices. I could eat a dozen donuts, no trouble whatsoever. It looks like 405 is going to hold here, at least in the short term for Tesla. Might be a bit of a break. It's been an awesome Monday. Keep your ear to the ground. Lots of news coming through when it comes to TikTok and that deal. I mean, Oracle, Walmart, all on the move. So continue to watch those, and Snowflake coming through on Wednesday. Sean barbecuing up those wins as well. you know what we got to do here.
There's 2K.
One last thing here. Yeah, we get the 2K.
No,
There we
not
go.
yet. Just less than 100 away.
Less than 100. We got a minute to go, and we got to hit it. I know it can get some of the likes. I'm going to throw Brendan's picture up here so you guys can get that. Look, we are seriously dropping another educational video, but it's a little bit different than normal, everybody. This is Brendan's trader journey. We had mine. Now you get to see Brendan's, understand where it is that he came from, how he got to where he is sitting on the desk for us today. So that's going to be over on our Market Wisdom page. As always, if you like it, or if you want us to try something else, if you want us to do something different, drop a comment, drop something in Twitter at all of us. But there it is, 2,000. You put Brendan's picture up there, and we get to the 2,000 likes, and you get some great dancing from Valeria. I'm going to add one more thing here, guys. Dave & Buster's approaching that $18 mark. That's where I got out in front of it, $17.93. Could be a potential break on that name as well. But you know what time it is, almost to the second here. It is noon. We got to get out of here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Of course, for Valeria, for Sean Katina, we're in the same shirt today. I guess it is kind of similar. And for Brendan Wickens, I'm Neil Roberts. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Trader TV Live. See you tomorrow. Bye, guys.